What is up, online people of the fighting game community? We are here for Look Alive, Combo Breakers 2021 summer event for Power Rangers Battle for the Grid. It is the final league major stop before the last chance qualifier and the top 8. I am Dostro, joined here by the Blacktastic. How are you doing, my friend?
I am doing absolutely fantastic, actually. Like the being here at the the final major stop before the last chance qualifier, and actually just kind of like witnessing a lot of this pool play up to this top 16. You are about to see a batch of killers in either bracket. You have top tier, you have consistency, you have the best of the best, all shown up to get their points right here.
Oh yeah, it's the cream of the crop today, showing up for top 16 and moving on to top 8 later this afternoon and evening. But it's a bit of a storied history. As far as the members of this top 16 go, there's so many killers, absolute shark-infested waters. They are out for blood. And looking at what we have in top 8, I honestly have no idea who is going to take this. It's a complete toss-up.
Yeah, we were talking a little bit before we actually went live about like the not only like the skill level, the high skill level of these players, but like the mix of like old and new. You have like your kind of like fan favorites, or kind of like tried and true, PsrK, Chimera, SDK up in the upper bracket, but you have a couple of new contenders here as well. You got Whitewolf, who's extremely leveled up, quite quickly. Yeah, it'll take a little bit at a look at the bracket.
Yeah, here's the top 16 in front of you. You have Crescent, Chimera, number 1 on the Battle for the Grid leaderboard, Mr. First Place, as I like to call him. But we're going to be looking at our second, our second match right here. It's EMP the Game versus Markk. Now, Markk is a relatively newcomer to the Battle for the Grid community and has been just absolutely leveling up lately. But the game, very consistent top 8 contender, but now the Magna is just getting clipped, but the tag in punishing this Jason here.
Yeah, and EMP the Game, yeah, this is a battle of old versus new. EMP the Game is well versed in a lot of fighting games. He knows how to, make every hit count, as with that nice clean anti-air. We got that power up like we're Mega Man X, and with the walk up throw.
Super!
We got super, and we're going to get some nice blue conversions that you might not get to see from like anyone else here in this bracket. Cenozoic blue specialist here, pretty much, for EMP the Game. And we got double super technology. And that
nice, he did it twice. Oh, but we're gonna have to be able to chip it out, but that 4S comes out lightning quick. Markk failed to tag out successfully, and we're getting some extra credit against this Lord Zed here, being able to get the double flex fully, but we got the Dragon Zord.
Markk it's going to be an extremely tough hill to climb with EMP the Game still, with 3 characters and a lot of meter to them, and with just that LMH launch, we're going to be seeing a lot of finesse from this Mega Man, flex on them, and release that power. Zed is down, and that is going to be first. Yeah, that's going to be first blood for the match.
Yeah, Markk was off to a fantastic start, but the game just completely recentered himself, calmed down, took a deep breath, and figured out how to slow down neutral and play it exactly how he wanted it. And it was just such great neutral play from the game, just going up against what Markk had for him. We're going into our second match here. It's 1-0, 1-0. Markk is on the back foot, and we'll see what he has to do to answer this strong performance from the game.
Now Markk actually did come out swinging a little bit in round 1. We got to see a little bit of what he could do with his team. However, kind of like this, but there's gonna be that sort of like check for consistency, that check to see if you can get your major damage in and get them into another. Oh no, we got the game's red.
We got the Akaragis, those jump loops, big old blasters to the face. EMP the Game, he actually hit him with the unblockable to open it up, drops it in the backup with Senno assist makes it a lot safer, especially with the blue assist buff. Gotta be careful.
Oh,
we
no.
got.
Are we gonna get run up on? No. Nice jump back. And really good conversion using that stand M, that nice hit, the range of that hitbox, and that's gonna be sealing it a little bit. What's gonna be used to finish him off here?
Not able to. He
of the game.
The very first inaugural PsrK to clear it up, but we have the tag into Jason. Oh, that very smart blaster on the way down. Double tap on the toes to get this low hit into the overhead pickup. Might not be able to kill. Red doesn't do that much damage, and he only just built super. Cashing out. Delayed rise again, so incredibly smart. Extra push block, and we're moving into the Magna.
The Magnus Defendus PsrK, and you know this is the hallmark of EMP the game's damage and pretty much hype. Here we go. Stick 'em,
oh,
PsrK,
yeah.
and what's going to be the incoming?
One of the best to do it, that nice, clean, safe jump. It's an overhead with getting that as the first hit actually makes it much easier to pick up with the extra hit stun deterioration, but we'll see how this will confirm against the Ryu, the new character. Our very first time seeing a new character on the screen, clip with the overhead. Reset! Oh, that's done!
Look at that? Yep, that is done. And yeah, that is a new character that was on the screen. Unfortunately, not getting that much play time. And we're going to be getting some sword poppage from Markk over here. Again, a really tough hill to climb. Oh, getting clipped with that red's low right there. A lot of people get caught on those ground backdashes, and that's what gets clipped into this lethal Tyrannosaurus. And that is going to be one down to red. What's the mix-up?
Oh, Jason, why are you hitting yourself? The open up 6S, it travels so well and so fast. That's an easy pickup boot into. It's so far.
And PsrK into Billy into PsrK. Oh.
Dear old William coming in for the assist there. EMP the game moving on to match point right now. Let's catch that quick slide in. Those DMs are wide open.
I'll even do that in slow motion. This replay brought to you by Hitbox.
These hitboxes are so big too. Oh my god. These stickless controllers hitting from half screen. My god. Right into the round start. We're going to see the clean dance between the Zed and Magna round start, having both very strong and demanding presences at the beginning, but Red sliding in with that quick 2L. We're going to try and do as much damage as possible, likely before snapping in to the new Ryu. Oh, with the drop.
Yeah, we got one drop, and like the cool thing about Markk's team is that, you know, as long as you're able to hit the combo, like Ryu just out of the gate does a pretty nice amount of damage. Like you're gonna see a lot of damage, you know, doled out here. Don't think this is gonna kill, but he does get an OTG off this, so we might be seeing some extension.
Oh, real close. Oh, the assist extension into the Zord.
Yes.
He spent a lot of resources, but whatever you gotta do, you gotta take the character as fast as possible. That's what it takes. Oh, that side swap teleport clipped the Cenozoic Blue Fireball. Ryu ain't on screen, but we still catching those Hadokens.
Yes, and Magnus Defendus with the nice juggle into the stagger, but no!
Blocks the EX. He knew it was coming. He knew it was coming. Safe jump. We blocking though. Gotta watch it. That Ryu is real strong, has a great neutral presence. We got the blue backup, calling the Billy to control the neutral pace here. Oh my gosh.
And we're gonna be getting a lot of damage here. Some grievous wounds on Markk's red here.
That overhead. No. What are these helmets for if you can't block the brain?
And you see an EMP the game showing off a little bit of what Magna got in the patch 2.6 here. Oh! And we're gonna end up with a PsrK.
Fans. Oh my god, he stood there! He stood there and he dared him to do something. We open our eyes and Markk blinks first.
Oh. Yeah, and I'm so glad that was the first match that we saw here, because, you know, these two competitors came out swinging. EMP the game just a little bit more consistent, but just look at that.
There it is.
In typical Street Fighter crossover fashion, you know, you got that that shimmy backwards, baiting that DP into some really lethal damage there. Good stuff to EMP the game. Going to be moving on into that top 16 bracket.
And moving on, our first top 8 qualifier, EMP the game. And Markk just couldn't take the patented Street Fighter V advice. Just take the throw. You can't be mashing. The throw is nothing compared to a full punish in Street Fighter. But we're playing Battle for the Grid. Battle for the Grid. This game, throws hit just as hard, if not sometimes harder, depending on who you're running. And you're just gonna take the damage regardless of what happens. You have to have some incredible active defense on just as long as you're playing the game. You gotta be aware of your surroundings.
I mean, and as long as you're playing top tier people like the game, you're gonna have to, you know, pull out all the stops. And yeah, there's a really nice charm to like the defensive play of like a lot of these people and like how they react to, you know, certain situations, whether we'll use bar for like guard crushes. And, you know, we're going to be seeing a little bit of that and probably talking a bit about that, like, you know, as we see them in the matches. But there are a lot of mechanics to this game, and that's kind of what makes it extremely fun and extremely creative between all of these players, and including the new ones here.
Oh yeah, so one of my favorite parts about Power Rangers Battle for the Grid is how dynamic, how free form it is. It's so unique in how the neutral is played. It's like a happy mix between a lot of versus fighters. Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is a clear influence, especially Marvel 2 and 3, especially with the likes of Shady K and Clockwork on the original development team. And there's MVCI BB tag in there as well with the active switch mechanics. And I think it's really dynamic. And something very interesting is that each player, and you're going to see this as top 16 and top 8 goes down, each player plays so incredibly different that you can really tell who's playing without seeing the names.
And like, I'm going to leave that to you, just kind of like walk everyone, like that's like, you know, watching, that's new to here, you know, just kind of like each player's like identity, you know. Like because like with like the myriad of like tournaments, especially a lot of like major stops that we've seen before, like once you start seeing a lot of like these you know, like these tried and trues and like these top 16s, top 8s, like you start to kind of like associate the play style with the person.
Definitely. And we're likely going to be seeing our next match down on the bracket. Skillzdatkillz, SDK versus Dula, two very interesting players in their own right. SDK, reigning Evo champ, Evo 2019. And he's such an intelligent player. It's absolutely fascinating watching what SDK comes up with. They've gone through such minute details and gone through all of the micro decisions and micro situations that show up in a game, and just watching them play is absolutely clean. And they have some of the most crisp and crackling movement in the game. The way that SDK spaces is so fascinating to watch. And on the other side, Dula, another Magna Defender player, as we just saw from EMP the game, but a little bit different, especially with the support that he plays, often running Magna and Goldar as sort of his main shell, but he has dabbled a little bit with RJZ and Scorpina, and any mixture of those characters in recent history. But something that I find incredibly interesting, especially in a game with such oppressive offense as this, is watching defensive players play. Something that's especially interesting. SDK and Dula both have been pretty much the players that have taken down Fear Chimera in recent history, but watching Dula put up this wall is just so interesting to watch, and his defense is always so active and focused.
I also want to kind of piggyback on like that sort of like focus for SDK as well, where like when I've witnessed SDK play, I see a lot of like evasion tactics. I see a lot of movement and a lot of like, I know like the precise distances, the dash distances, jump arcs, and like, how to game my characters in a way that like, I just kind of like don't get hit. But like I'll have every opportunity to hit you. It's gonna be pretty great if we get to see them go Chun-Li this round. I'm just so and like it looks like we are about to have it, and I'm extremely excited for this.
Yeah,
I think this is gonna be like one of the most solid teams. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, SDK has been absolutely loving Chun-Li lately. Has been trying to figure out his main routes that he wants to play, and I haven't heard all that much from Dula, but messing with the Zed and Ryu rather than the Magna, we got this neutral play, this push block punish, getting this Gia stomped into the ground with these big old brainy knees.
And this is gonna be like unfortunate lift there, but this is gonna be like the first kind of like leg of this, winning this race against SDK, because he's all about round start. If he takes command at round start, you're probably gonna lose a character, and you're probably gonna be unblockable. And we'll hopefully see a little bit of that, but we also pop Zord here as well.
Yeah, SDK, big fan of activating Zord as fast as possible. He wants to control the neutral, and he wants to run his plan A. He's a big fan of telling people to figure out what they want to figure out and how they want to run the game. He's trying to get this mix-up, but controlling the space, sending out these legs, unblockable, catches both characters, but misses the OTG into the legs.
Here we go, Dula, like you were saying before, putting up that wall. Like I'm not gonna let you get to me because I have a lot of these active frames in all of my attacks. You're not gonna want to hit this wall.
Hey, you may be one of the defensive players of the game, but that don't stop you from coming in and swinging these buttons. But the super! We get an OTG after this, but he's not going for the guaranteed stuff. Gets that instant overhead with the Billy boot to the low, and the easy pickup to clean up this big monkey Goldar. Oh, you saw that shimmy?
Oh, Gia, just sort of like the master of the mid-range there, and able to make you guess at that range is an incredibly awesome threat, but apparently,
yeah. Getting in, we got these Goldar stabs, trying to get this overhead, but we're trying to come through the neutral, swapping out into Gia to make sure that it's safe. One more hit of Goldar, and that stagger actually connected. Gotta be careful, but this is matchup bad. Coming in careful of that snap. You can't go into the super. You can't go full screen against Lord Zed, but he's wasted that. The super and that teleport dash crossed himself up, got caught in the recovery frames.
Yeah, it was at a medium starter. We're going to be seeing a lot of damage and a lot of bars spent unless we get an unfortunate drop there. Nice tech of the throw, but you got to watch your head about that down back. Jen is extremely likely to kill here, but
dropped his B&B. Got to be careful. That EX is saving a certain distance, but he punishes the whiff button with the air dash in. What time is it? We catching these hands right now.
Absolutely great opportunities for conversions there that SDK just took advantage of. And again, like this is only like round one. You're gonna have to like win the round start, win this neutral all over again, or else you might get a little bit of this done to you.
Yeah, you get these pink time force swords straight to these exposed muscular chests right here. But you gotta pay attention to how you move in this game, especially characters that have such free moving options. We have SDK on the Gen Scots, Goldar from Dula, and Chun-Li now. These air mobility options are so incredibly oppressive, especially when air and anti-air options aren't that strong in this game, but we got the very tip of this big Z coming in straight to the face.
Yeah, and we're seeing this Goldar do a lot of damage, and this sort of like, potential tag-in situation that we were trying to see earlier in round one. And that EX to finish it off just does a lot, and Goldar's extremely threatening on that incoming.
Not to mention, Chun-Li has the lowest health in the game. She's the only character with 900 health, but right now, this quick punish against GiMMiX, we're rocking these monkey wings, the tail in the back, the sword in the ground. And the
one
wind
more
to the
hit
face.
here, and we could potentially see. No, okay. You know?
Reversal EX straight into the super. Hey, you may be one of the best best players in the game, but that doesn't stop you from getting hit by something that's frame 1 invul. You gotta make sure that everything is vacuum sealed and incredibly tight.
Yeah, especially in these conditions where it's for a lot of the money. Oh!
The way SDK moves with this character is nuts. Double low! Trying to get one more boot and gets it. Pick up with the clean OTG. We getting into this damage. We're not going to be able to kill, but Jen Scott has the most oppressive reset game in the... Oh, got clipped with the stagger!
No, and like, yeah, just a little bit of that movement, and like, you're kind of
there it is.
trying to process it.
We got the Blink Finite, but he drops it. Not going to be able to kill with the damage that he's done so far. Going to be able to get a hefty chunk of damage left from Zed. Going to reset, misses his Blink Under, but punishes the reversal EX into EX Super.
Yeah, and as you've seen before, she's going to be able to combo from this, finish the job. SDK with a 2-0 lead.
Hey, Dark Jen is a bit of a thing. It's a bit of a thing. You may have the blue Phoenix Ranger, but the true Phoenix is Jen Scott's. That's just how it is. The way she goes through neutral, the way she controls the pace and the spacing of the game is so oppressive sometimes, and especially with such an intelligent player as skillzdatkillz.
And you're going to be probably seeing a lot of that from Chud as soon as we can get a favorable round start situation on SDK's side. But
we just did it.
With that 2M is not going to do you any favors.
They just threw out round start gambits without support, just point character on point character. But if you're going for range, Zed's got it. We got the quick tag into Ryu, but no finish.
Yeah, and trying to take advantage of those kind of like Magic Series
sword.
normals of Ryu, but nice tag out, and here we go. Billy pressure again.
Oh, you just waited, but the grab. Get those mitts on it. The side swap low, he wasn't ready for it.
I got it. Speaking of getting hit, oh no, coast to coast.
And this is the new Jen Scott's B&B. There aren't so many players that are picking it up, but SDK just pioneering the game, showing up with Jen Scott's Plinkfinite. He was the very first player to showcase it, and when he first brought it up, that was the first time that Fear Chimera went down in recent history, and now we're gonna see some hefty damage done against Son Dula. Also, Dula getting hit by this double low.
But now we get to see a little bit of Chun-Li stuff, Street Fighter pack, and you can just see that unique movement, that unique air dash. It's a lot hard to kind of like, swat her out of the sky from such a low range. Nice tag into the Gia, and we're gonna be making some magic happen again.
Oh, watch these toes. We got the unblockables. Jen Scott's low is so good. Oh, he committed to the missiles because he thought it was going to kill. We got this backup tag in, misses the push block, gets punished with the 2M straight into the kill here if SDK can execute.
And this is kind of like one of the caveats of playing like Sondula's team is that if you get missed time on that push block, then you are just open for that punish.
Right into the easy corner combo. Chun-Li may have some of the hardest combos in the game, but we're going to try and make it nice and simple. Just a few air dashes, but Chun hits like an absolute truck. More than a truck. She hits like a spaceship.
And we hitting that Shug Knight combo. This is like you were saying, the pioneer. This is coined by SDK. And I'm really glad we're able to see that, and I'm really glad he's able to just show that off, because they really got the stuff in such a short amount of time, coming up hot off the trails of the Street Fighter pack release. Chun-Li, an incredibly creative character, and you just see that incredible creativeness just lead to that, the evisceration of Ryu right there.
The health bars just melt against Chun-Li. For those of you who have perused BFTG Twitter lately, especially my Twitter, @YoungDostro for the quick plug, I've found some absolute nutty combos with Chun-Li. She is one of the highest damaging characters in the game, up there with the likes of Quantum. Release RJ. She does more damage than Scorpina, more than Lauren did on release as well. It's absolutely nutty. And all of this without using any sort of infinite, just tried and true combo rules. No manipulation, no fancy tricks, just good old-fashioned routing.
And that's exactly what I love about these two new characters that released with Street Fighter is that anyone can kind of like hop in. You know, we saw Markk doing a little bit of like the simple stuff, but still doing a lot of damage with Ryu. Whereas, you know, SDK with this combo video that you would only see from the likes of it. From the likes of you, you know, like in such a small amount of time, you're just going to be seeing some varied amount of play, like from various skill levels, and you're going to be seeing a lot of damage being done. You know,
I mean, if you want to see big damage, if you want to see high damage combos, if you want to see the life bars melt, if you want to see oppressive gameplay, you're watching the right game here. Power Rangers Battle for the Grid. We're at Look Alive. We're here for the final Major League Grid stop, hosted here on Kick Esports stream, sponsored by Hitbox. We got a Matcherino going, sitting at $110 in the corner. You can see it. Hit that exclamation Matcherino in the chat. You can donate a free 50 cents by using that code, and you can do some sponsored quests. Donate for the love of the game, from the warmth of your heart, and give all of these players the credit that they deserve for showing up, showing out, and just giving us an absolutely wonderful performance.
Yeah, and speaking of that grand support, we do see that $100 donation coming in from the young Dostro himself. Oh. Now, y'all can do a little bit of your due diligence, give back to the performing players, just sign in with your social media. We're not picky. Complete a little bit of sponsor quests, and thank you for all of those. Let me see if I can just point the right way. I just like a lot of those notifications that are rolling through. However, all of this community effort, because this is all about what it's about here, will take this Matcherino campaign far, and then shout outs to Matcherino for making this possible.
Yeah, and one of my favorite communities in the FGC, one of my favorite micro communities in the FGC. Without the Battle for the Grid community, I would have gone insane in like April last year. But we're getting into our next match here. Whitewolf Zago.
Wow.
El Amigo Zago versus YLT Cole. YLT Cole, one of the grand champions here, but replacing his old Draken for the Ryu, but Zago coming in, showing us that Draken Evo 2 doesn't belong to you, Cole. It's on my side now. It ain't gonna kill, or it might kill, actually. Zago has some sweet tag-out tech that we'll see nice and clean if he executes. Let's get it.
Sí, porque el dragón se puede. Gonna be spending that EX, and you know who also does a lot of damage with this EX?
Oh my god. Oh, he came in swinging!
What that button? I love that button!
Oh, he came in JS just swinging for the rafters, but now we get these high damaging combos blow for blow here at Look Alive. Udana's going right down right now. Oh, yeah, Shoryu OTG into Shinku Hadouken. Oh, just fades the tag. Gotta tag out here. Blocking. Oh, that hits from so high, that reversal.
And nice coverage of that Mega Goldar L to cover that with the X. We got the setup from Jen. Zago has got a hit in, and now we've got El Dragón again.
And Cole just wanted to back up and play a little bit of neutral, but Zago, and Draken especially, he just wants to do as much as he can to skip the neutral. That's what those teleport dashes in, but that quick toe tap, just mashing, crouching short, that 2L. We short on buttons, but we ain't short on damage. This is likely going to be a dead Draken, but he drops it. Oh, did I see a button?
No, what?
I had to hold my breath.
Cole knows a little bit better than that. The World Warrior also having
block.
doing the sets. Yeah,
Unblockable
with that SBD and the button. So you know this is gonna be doing a lot of damage.
It's the cheap stuff. Oh, but he waited too long. But the punish. There's just so much going on. Oh, play the neutral, but we ain't playing neutral now. We got Zord on deck. Just gotta back up, play nice and calm. Gotta re-center yourself. Oh, he ran right into the freeze.
Yeah, Zaga was playing a little bit of that offensive bubble that you saw from competitors past. Like, you do not want to hit anywhere within this bubble. LT Cole hesitated a little bit. Now he's down to one World Warrior.
Good block on the overhead. Tagged with the low, though. Now, so many Gen players love the box dash, and Gen's so good with it. The air mobility is fantastic, but Zago is one of the few Gen players that I see on the grid that threatens the low without going overhead all the time, and he's just going to put in work with it. Just, flip out.
Oh,
good defense.
Very
Happy
nice
birthday!
Chicken block there, but however, we've got full sticks of butter on this side of the screen. YLT Cole with this Ryu that you're gonna be seeing. Hopefully, we get to see a lot of this SBD synergy into the Shoryu, and that about does it. Wow. With
hate to see
over
it
20
happen.
seconds on the clock, Dastro.
You hate to see it happen. I mean, you were given 200 seconds for a reason. We're given the full 200 seconds. You just gotta wait it out sometimes, play it nice and patient. Just center yourself, something that I find so important, especially in any sort of competitive venue, is to make sure that you know what's going on. And Cole is a tried and true tournament veteran, 2-time Battle for the Grid League stop champ at First Attack and Extra Life here. So you know that you have to be on your best against him. Playing the neutral, we skipping it though. One last fireball.
Definite skip the neutral right there. Oh, getting caught out of that backdash with that really long button. Oh, Lord.
A few dropped happy birthdays and a missed dash. Just gets punished, but no full confirm. Speaking of confirms, we got this pickup, but the Gen missile's messing it up. Punish with that 5M. Coast to coast.
Really glad to be seeing a little bit of a Lauren Shiba play, because, like, you know, a lot of DLC has come out, and usually, you know, we have one flavor after the other, but just seeing a lot of people, you know, stick with, you know, their loyal brand, you know, like it's incredible. It's amazing.
Oh yeah, Cole is just always wants to play the cheap stuff. And right now the cheap stuff's getting hit by more cheap stuff. Jen Scott's absolutely just such an impressive character. But Cole picked up Lauren for First Attack and just absolutely ran away with it. It's such a perfect match. And especially with the SPD sword that he's recently started playing Eric, but right now Lauren's getting hit by Jen yet again.
Back
we got
to
this pickup
a little bit, and we got some more pickups.
Gets around the EX, but she gets the super after it. What a character!
And you know, it definitely was worth the 3 segments of the bar, because we get pickups after this.
Oh, speaking of pickups, we dropped those. Gets the happy birthday, but we weren't expecting it. Watch out for these butterflies, though. Playing the neutral.
Holding steady onto that. Oh, never mind. Popping that sword. Let's go.
Oh, missed push block there. Gets opened up by that little low dash overhead. Unblockable. Oh my god. Udana ain't even dead,
but... Let me just finish you off first. You're Ranger.
Oh, reversal EX. He didn't punish it, though. Still giving Zago an opportunity to open him up. This Whitewolf ain't looking quite dead just yet, but no invincibility there. Happy birthday! Oh, the freeze only hits one character. There's 2 touches for Udana, though, but 1 for Eric. Gotta watch out in that jump.
Oh, no. And might have not seen that coming. Cole is up 2, and Whitewolf has a journey ahead of him.
But it's fine. It's fine. This is still winner's side of the bracket. Anyone who loses here gets sent down to the loser's side and still has one more chance to qualify for top 8.
Yeah, and the thing about that is, when we're talking about the long journey, I don't want to see like I don't want to see either of these competitors go down the lower bracket because it is a pool of sharks in there. However, I don't think Whitewolf is going to be going down without a fight.
Great anti-air 5M hits from so far. Good reflect with the 6-4L. Gets the happy birthday because Udana got caught in the throw on the reflex. Unfortunate drop, mashes EX just a little bit too hard. Gets that stray 5L. We get the tag in right to the Crimson Hawk Ranger, Ryu.
Yes, he hits and he hits hard, trying to do some cross-up technology. Oh, hitting him out of the Zord activation.
Oh,
and
punish.
again, you can't.
There it is! Oh, and Zago is just so good and so clean with this. Eric has 950 health. Udon is going to be able to pick this up nice and easy. 6S, 5H, straight into the EX. Get that set up on the Ouroboros. Gotta watch out for the Lauren. The double jump gets right around the Soul Satellite mix-up on incoming.
Yeah, very nice reflect. We've seen a lot of just, playing the game from mid-range from YLT Cole.
Punish!
Oh, extremely nice launcher.
But he drops these stance cancels. It's such a tight combo, especially mid-screen. And Cole's been just a little inconsistent with it during this game. It might be a bit of the distance, but clipped overhead. Just trying to get around this SPD sword. Gotta be careful. Any sort of hit's gonna spell danger for Jen Scott's here. Easy confirmation. We're going right to the simple stuff. EX Super might be able to do it. We're going straight for the finish and straight for the throat. YLT Cole moves on in winner's side, off to fight SDK on the lower half of winner's top 8, I believe.
And I cannot believe that it's come to that matchup because I don't want to wait for that. Top 8 is set up to be absolute spectacular show. I mean, not like top 16 isn't, but like this is setting the stage right here.
It's absolute pandemonium here at top 16 Battle for the Grid here at Look Alive, and it's gonna be ridiculous. It's gonna be an absolute treat, a total pleasure to see what these players have in store for us. But unfortunately for Whitewolf Zago, he's sent down to the lower bracket, but we'll see him soon. Don't you wait. He may be the Battle for the Grid community's #1 amigo, but he's still in the bracket. We still get to see him later, and it's been a total glow up for Zago. Even he's a Mexican player. He used to play on Wi-Fi on Xbox previously, just as recently as February, but and this is the big one. He came in. He asked us all, how can I make my connection better for you guys? It may be rollback, but it's not the solution to everything. And his connection is great now. I've played him many times, and he's a total killer. He's brought Fear Chimera to the brink. Hasn't yet taken a set, unfortunately, but he has gone to Game 5 with Fear Chimera, who is our next player on deck. We're going to see Fear Chimera versus Dynamic Focus Jackal. Crescent Chimera versus Jackal here.
Two extremely strong players from the jump of the inception of Battle for the Grid, back in 2019. They've been extremely,
Jackal actually started playing in 2020.
Oh, well, yeah, sorry, my bad.
Yeah, Jackal started playing in 2020. This is his base team. He's been always rocking Daishi, Goldart, and Zed. He's been dabbling a little bit in Trini, Trey, and Scorpina. That's his side team. He looks like he's been having a lot of fun with that, which I truly appreciate. But this is his primo stuff right here. This is where he has the sauce. And if you watch any Daishi, you gotta watch Dynamic Focus Jackal. He is one of the best to do it. On the other side, one of the best Mastodon sentries, Crescent Chimera,
Yes.
Mr. First Place. These two have been head-to-head time and time again. But as recently, in January, I believe, Battle for the Flood, Jackal actually won the tournament, sending Fear to losers. So he has taken sets off of him. We're getting the first open up from Fear here. Gonna have to tag in order to get the full confirmation due to spacing. We'll see how much damage he can do.
Yeah, at least gonna be getting a little bit of loopage here and building some bar. Oh my lord! That
Real
was
close.
almost lethal.
Yeah, that's a contender for Willa Kill Sage him if you're watching. But we'll see what happens. We're tagged in the Goldar, and as patient as can be, Jackal's just not throwing any buttons out until it works.
Yeah, Jackal just taking those fundamentals from like other games that he's just an absolute beast at, and just smashing with Goldar.
Oh yeah, he's been a definite Goldar player. True Goldar tactics. Gonna hit him with that chest, that condor back to back.
Wait, that didn't what?
Oh, grab. Good grip. Gets the clip on the toes, though. Jackal might have been holding up back and doesn't get to block low when you do it. This full coast-to-coast pickup. We'll see what Fear routes this in order to do damage. But this is a swap into unblockable.
That's right. Going to be chipping away.
Twice. But we dropped it. Watch this chip. Mix up, we got the double fireballs. We play in neutral. Oh, classic, the Hadoken neutral.
Oh, very nice pickup with that Ryu as well. Let's see if Fear Chimera's got any different routes.
Yeah, we got classic Shoto gameplay. Fireballs and anti-airs, that's all it takes. But sometimes you press the crouching light and it just works. Oh, OTG, that kills Zed. Oh, perhaps the kill timing, the freeze might have messed up his timing. Misses the link a little bit too far. That's going to get punished from Jackal here. Doesn't get the full open up. Oh, he's zoning.
At a weird range to kind of like OTG after that super, really nice pop from Jackal. But however, a little brakata of Mastodon Sentry Zone.
A light pew pew from the mid range. Jackal tried to walk forward, and Sentry just put up that gunshot and just caught him in the chest, just a little bit. Fear Chimera puts it one up on the board. Jackal had a very strong presence throughout the entire game. It's just that Fear was getting these more consistent open ups, and I think had a firm control over the neutral when it mattered most. And we'll have to see what Jackal has to answer this.
Yeah, and like the sort of way that you can just set up that sort of like neutral bubble with Fear Chimera's team, it's a little bit kind of finicky to, you know, have this all this movement to do, and then you just get, you know, kind of clipped like that.
Yeah, sometimes you just get hit. And sometimes you just drop the combo, but it don't matter because we get this 2M from 2/3 of the screen and the side swap. We got this sandwich, man's taking him right to Subway. We got meatball marinara, Italian BMT, but we got these chicken wings straight from the Goldar. The reversal EX gets punished though.
Fear Chimera with the Hado loops and finishing it off nice and simple. We got some nice Ryu gameplay and a nice sandwich opportunity, but just pushed a little bit too far away for the full convert. And now pretty boy Jackal is finally gonna be in his element here.
Yeah, gets his Z combo right here. That push block reversal into the punish. That stray spacing error from Fear Chimera just proving to be incredibly difficult. Gets the unblockable. Oh my gosh, but doesn't get the confirmation with that SPD Zord fully. We didn't get any sort of loops, and now Fear Chimera has reestablished a neutral presence and worked his way straight out of the corner. But that 2L is nice and spicy.
Yeah, and I kind of really like this tug of war between Zeds, like, you know, like which is the better or which is the original, you know, like which is actually the more fit for this matchup when it comes to either player. Zed, nice reset to neutral there. Oh no!
Tried to punish that teleport dash in, has a bit of extra recovery frames, but Fear just knew what was going to happen and was ready for it and was ready to press the button when he needed it. And Jackal is going to get clipped, but gotta be careful of this chip damage. Oh, that's gonna get it. Chip out.
Yeah.
And I believe it's air unblockable regardless. Fear Chimera takes that second game, moving up 2-0. Winner of this is off to fight EMP the game on the top side of top 8, but Jackal still has at least one more game to bring it on back, and that's all it takes. Just one game at a time. One game at a time.
We have a will to fight and limbs to swing with, and once we can just get a little bit of that Daishi momentum going, we can see pretty boy Jackal, dynamics Jackal, in its pristine form.
It just feels like Jackal hasn't had any opportunities to play the neutral game that he wants. Chimera just staying stoic as always, getting around that kidnap with the 5SM from Daishi.
Yeah,
oh, it's low enough to get hit by the fireballs.
I was gonna say it's just a big bubble to maneuver through, but now we're getting some clean hits in, and we're seeing a little bit of what Daishi can do. Stomp loop.
Oh, missed. Jackal always goes for the grab or 2L after he messes up like that. Tag in, but that 5mm drops. We still get the pickup, the slight walk up to get that flex and the lightning jacket. Corridor right to the OTG here with a full executed combo. This is a dead Goldar. The Wicked Witch of the West is not going to be happy. Her flying monkey, the wings have just been clipped.
Now we got Chimera taking command with the World Warrior, the Crimson Hawk Ranger, and you just look at the absurd amount of damage right here, but also that absurd drop.
Did you see him waking up? He woke up and he was just pressing that 2L button. It didn't even hit the first time, but he still got the punish. Oh, the jump, he tried to Isaac, but he gets the EX punish here. Easy kill against the Ryu here. Sets up on incoming. Oh, that grab! Back throw doesn't confirm though.
Yeah,
EX reversal.
Oh. And it got both of them some grievous wounds here.
No jumping allowed. Trying to go in for the grab, but push blocks that big ol' Z. Swap strike to keep it safe. We're playing back to neutral. Tag out on frame 0 though. Tag out is on frame 0. You can't be doing that when there are 2 characters on screen, my friend.
1, 2, and we've seen 1 rep so far.
Oh, let's get 2. 1 at a time, 1 at a time. Right to the end, and Zed is gonna catch this bad breath.
Scream at him! But there's 1 left. Nice attempt.
That push blocking from Fear was so well placed. Gotta be careful in the corner.
It really was.
Had a chance to super to punish there, but gets the punish against the EX. We're going to get some hefty damage, but this is a corner combo. It might not be able to kill. We still get the drop though. Watch the overhead.
Yeah, you gotta watch your head because we got that conversion into some pretty decent damage here.
We got Snap Unblockable. It's on the deck. It's on deck. We gotta be careful. All it takes is. Oh, he's not going for it. He's not going for the guaranteed. That Zord counter wastes all the Zord timer. We play in neutral now.
This is
not
30
easy.
seconds of the match. Trying to swing for the fences. But
This is not easy for Daishi. He can't get through this zoning very easily. The breath. Mans needs a mint, but we're going right for it. EX and a super ought to do it, but he's still going for the hard stuff. Give him that maximum Daishi. Sunglasses are off.
We are going to be going into a game 4 and some life being breathed into dynamic focuses. Jackal, the Daishi really,
Let's see it again. Let's see it again. Let's see it. Let's get that breath. Someone give this man a mint. Is looking mad stanky out here. My gosh. Mans needs to brush his teeth, but it don't matter. We got these paws straight to the chest. Mastodon Sentry didn't know what hit him.
Something along the lines of, I do not need to brush my teeth, I am Daishi, etc., etc.
Hold that 2L. We poking out. Jackal was just a little bit too slow to get the confirmation off the Goldar assist, but we're going to be able to get a full Zed confirmation given the spacing we started with. Got these 2H putty loops. As hard as they are, Chimera is one of the best to do it, and one of the best to clean his plate. That EX does so much.
And honestly, watch your head. Honestly, like when you're in that nickel and dime neutral, and once you've sustained a little bit of damage, you're going to have to like kind of be on your toes and be aware to like not get hit. because you know, from 80%, a lot of these tried and true combos can potentially kill. Are we going to be seeing an eye for an eye from Jackal?
We're getting some wins straight to the face here. We don't have any unblockables on deck. We have an assist. We got 2 whole bars. We're gonna see how far this takes us, and we're gonna see a. Oh, he didn't go for a swap OTG. He gets the pickup with the Z assist. Jackal, it can't be done. It can't not like this.
Yeah, absolutely unfortunate drop of the maneuver, and now we got Fear Chimera's
unblockable.
3 to the 1 and unblockable. This is an incredibly foolproof setup.
Tried and true. Now, Fear has been on the Dino Sword for so long. Ever since SPD got reset. Why are you doing this to me, Fear? I'm trying to explain the lore here, and you won't even give me a chance to do so as a caster.
I lo siento, pero well, you know how it is with Fear Chimera. Once he gets into that zone, once he stays focused and with eyes on the prize, and especially since there's a pretty unique and nifty prize to be given to winner number 1 of this this tournament here, you're gonna want to, you know, go for that goal.
Especially if you're a huge Power Rangers fan, like pretty much everyone is in this bracket. That number 1 first place trophy, like every major has gotten, you're getting that power coin. You're getting the power coin. We stepping it up. We giving these players some quality showcase material, but we also want to give these players some money in the matcherino. Oh, I got my directions mixed up. We got hit by the unblockable, guys. We got hit by the unblockable. We're up to $239 here. But you hit that exclamation matcherino in the chat, and you can help our fantastic players by donating a free 50 cents. Use that code. Use those sponsored quests. Donate out of the goodness of your heart. This is going straight to our good friends today, this afternoon, this evening, these competitors, and they've been working so hard. And especially because this is a new patch.
Yeah. Patch 2.6 is out. It's live. We've got some new content, new characters dropping, and I'm really glad to see, you know, a little bit of Ryu and Chun-Li sprinkled throughout this top 16 because, wow, are they amazing to watch.
It's just a little bit of extra spice. There have been some tweaks to a lot of other characters too. Most notably, Season 3 has been, I think, more normalized amongst the cast. Season 3 was immensely powerful in previous patches. RJ got some adjustments, but he was still one of the best characters in the game. Lauren got some adjustments. She was still one of the best characters in the game. Scorpina, this is the first patch after Scorpina dropped, but she was one of the best characters in the game. It's just how it goes. Sometimes you have some oppressive characters, but we got some classic characters coming up. MegaIsaac X, Mr. URC, is rocking his day 1 right now. And we got a fan favorite as well, Akaragitsune, Akaragi, here.
Akaragi! Uh-oh.
Here for us, for our viewing and spectating pleasure. It's gonna be a good one. These are 2 very interesting players to watch, and it's gonna be super great to watch because they've gone back and forth in sets in previous tournaments. Akara hasn't been entering as much lately, but he has been stepping it up on his own time. MegaIsaac, always, of course, fantastic player. Yet another defensive player in the game to watch. We'll see how it works up as their match goes on.
Yeah, for good old Akaragi, like he might have not entered a lot of tournaments as of recent, but extremely active online and you know, extremely active with, you know, playing sets within like the community. So I feel that even though people here might have a little bit of, you know, might know a little bit of what's in store, he might just have a, you know, a different bag of tricks for MegaIsaac.
Yeah, but Akara was actually the player to popularize those SPD unblockables that we saw in the upper bracket. This is our first losers match here, and that Eric Myers setup on Zord activation has been so easy. Speaking of easy, we press that big red button, and we going right for the air blade and some big damage. We'll see how Akara executes right here. And we got these loops. Quantum leap. Quantum leap. We got this extra damage. Build on the meter, trying to make it kill for sure. We got the jump H confirmed. We going for the easy stuff. It's okay. Oh, slight mess up. Gotta be careful.
With that Draken assist. Oh, and a really risky air blade
Oh,
charge.
side swap.
So we're gonna be seeing those loops.
They ain't called Akaragis for no reason. We got these blaster loops right into the 6S, right into the tag, double Icinias, straight into the super. We'll see. Red, you don't have to have mix when you're getting hit. I'm sorry, man. You don't need it when you're getting hit.
Love that little flourish before the super at the end of that combo for Dog. It was a really nice route. Oh, and just setting that pace there.
Oh, taps the toes. MegaIsaac, a 2L fanatic himself, gets clipped by it. How's it feel?
Oh, trying to set him up for that unblockable, but still gets that launch.
2M anti-air? How does that work? What? Isaac, I didn't know you played NetherRealms games.
Woo! And we've got a happy birthday from MegaIsaac, and that is going to be the end of Eric Myers for this round.
We get some extra damage. Might be able to go for a reset. Drops the combo, but we call in Draken just on backup. My alter identity here for some backup, and we're getting this Shadow Ranger, giving him straight to the spectator for this game. Yo.
Oh no, it is 1 against. Well, I'm assuming it's 1 against 1. I'm gonna call it like Yugi versus Yami, because you got Tommy Green and you got the alter ego right there, ready to back him up. And MegaIsaac is, this is gonna be it. This is gonna be it for round 1.
I mean, Isaac plays Tommy and Draken like Eddie and Zato.
Mm-hmm.
It's just they're one character together. It's just they're not Tommy and Draken. They are MegaIsaac. That's just what they are. 16-bit MegaIsaac recently picked up in the last month, I believe, against Pride Stark. Akaragitsune picked up in January. It's good to see some sponsors against our behind our boys. These are our homies. These are our friends, and it's good to see them being supported.
I love that you always say, like, you know, there are homies, there are friends, because, like, yeah, that's pretty much the community here. You spend about like a week or two playing games and entering tournaments. You're one of us, you know.
I mean, to be fair, everyone is my homie, regardless of whether or not you play Power Rangers Battle for the Grid. But if you do play Power Rangers Battle for the Grid, you are definitely my homie, especially if you play Anubis Kruger, the SPD Shadow Ranger like Akara, but he got clipped his combo.
The very first of the Brady Games mix-ups.
We get this clip.
Oh yeah, that is going to be some Akaragi. Eric.
Yeah, we're trying to get this power up so we can get the mix on income. We're gonna set up that formation sword. We're gonna get the quantum displace, and we're gonna see if Isaac gets hit.
Cast your bets now.
Oh my God!
Isaac!
Yo, this man!
Pero por qué?
This man, you can't stop him. Isaac is a confirmed masher. He is one of us. He's just always pressing that 2L button. Now, I'll be real. I mash EX, not 2L, but Isaac is so good with what he does. He did it again! He's just doing it.
It's working. Look at that.
Hey, as I say, if it worked, it was the right decision.
We got another clean.
Saying.
Hold that right there as we get the. I don't want to say the true red, but we'll see who's the true.
Amen. Amen. Okay. Isaac, you've been telling me months and months, weeks and weeks, red ain't got no mix. What was that? What sir did you just show me? We got the cross under low.
Page 7 Brady Games. Look it up.
That first game was.
Go ahead.
That first game was so back and forth. A lot of stray hits from both players, but Isaac, he lost the character relatively early. But it doesn't matter. Isaac is such an intelligent player. He knows when the openings are coming. He knows how to call assists. He knows how to punish assists, which is something that I think is incredibly important when you're learning how to play this game. And I think he just has such great awareness when he's on the screen, and it's really just the final nail in the coffin in these games against Akara here.
Yeah, one thing to also add on that is that, like, you know, MegaIsaac's kind of like tournament seasoned. You know, the more tournaments that you kind of like get used to that pressure, you know, that sort of like, you know, inability to tilt or that resistance to tilt. You know,
I believe Isaac is 7th or 8th on the Battle for the Grid leaderboard right now. He's been entering so frequently, and he's always placing well, gets hefty points, and he gets this corner carry with Tommy right into the heavy damage against Eric Myers. This might even be a kill. We'll see how he finishes this combo. Right into the Dragon Zord. Oh, this is music to my ears. Oh, there it is.
Down one Eric Myers, but in really clean air. Sock as well.
The patented MegaIsaac mix-up misses the OTG, unfortunately. But the backup. Yo, he just shimmied. He just shimmied MegaIsaac. Isaac is a Street Fighter V player as well, but he just got shimmied. This is looking awfully familiar for him, I bet. Unblockable.
Yeah, setting up for
side
that.
swap. He wasn't expecting this.
Whoa.
Very strange hitbox. He still gets the sword and the kill, but he doesn't get the unblockable on incoming. Oh, no dice for Isaac here. We plink it right to the corner, get these Akaragis. Oh, no Akaragi today.
Popping on that Zord and just applying that pressure. I was gonna say, are we gonna be seeing a throw? Are we gonna be seeing a call? And here we go.
Isaac is so good with the strike throw game, especially. Oh, he pressed the button.
Oh no.
Straight to the bionic dino.
That bit unfortunate, getting hit with the tippy toes. Oh no. I can't watch. Well, I have to.
Oh, Isaac. Isaac going for the Isaac. We got Zord on deck. We try to control the neutral. Oh, missed his unblockable or anti-air there. Gets it on the way down. We're still getting a SP Zord confirmed. Gonna be able to do hefty damage.
Just do it, and just finishing the plate right there and getting ready for the big baddie El Dracon.
Oh, he's swinging!
The jumping H on the incoming, and that.
Oh,
the
EX in
bar
the soup.
spent, you have been warned.
We put some butter on it just to finish up. You see him do it. He tucks his legs up. He tucks his knees to the chest and just brings those daggers and just opens your helmet up. Isaac mashes too well, but on incoming, he sometimes matches the JH.
I mean, and for Draken, what a button to press on incoming, you know?
Great
absolutely.
Button. One of the best buttons on incoming. It's like Goldar JM, Gia JL, and Draken JH. That's what you gotta look out for. They have such strange hitboxes, or hurtboxes, such strange hurtboxes and such great hitboxes. So incredible. But as we're talking about hitboxes, let's give a special shout out to a sponsor for the Battle for the Grid League. They've been such a great support for all of our players, and some of our players are sponsored as well.
I want to say a good 50% or more of the Battle for the Grid community like plays on a hitbox. These these ergonomic controllers, really sleek and honestly for minimal and pretty lightweight, so you can travel it, take it with you anywhere.
Yeah, we saw YLT Cole in the top side of the winner side of top 16. YLT Cole is sponsored by Hitbox. Other notable sponsored Hitbox players in the Battle for the Grid community is Evasion, who unfortunately had to disqualify himself from the bracket as he had prior commitments. Oh, speaking of YLT Cole, let's get that 50 cents. Shout out to the boy. YLT Cole, Evasion, and Coup d'etat. Coup d'etat's been sort of poking around a little bit, coming back here and there, but he's a well-loved member of the community, as most of these players are.
Designed by fighting game players for fighting game players. However, as someone who likes to play other video games with a hitbox myself, also made for speedrunning. I do a lot of classic retro games with that hitbox, and it allows for that precise control. So yeah,
absolutely gorgeous controllers here. We've just seen some fantastic games. I cannot wait for what we have in the future, but I believe we're going to be moving on to just a short break. We've been going for an hour strong. We've been going for some fantastic nail-biter sets, and we'll see you in just a few minutes. Don't you go anywhere.
Yeah, we'll see you soon.
We stand on the edge of a great challenge that brings together familiar faces and total strangers.
This is the path of my destiny.
I won't let up on you.
Not by a long shot.
We'll never give up without a fight.
We are the Power Rangers!
Power Rangers!
You can't escape!
Shadow Saber. Justice served.
I am the Red Ranger!
This is the courage of a wolf!
You're done!
You again.
Rangers together, samurai forever!
Yeah.
We stand on the edge of a great challenge that brings together familiar faces and total strangers.
This is the path of my destiny.
I won't let up on you.
Not by a long shot.
We'll never give up without a fight.
We are the Power Rangers!
We stand on the edge of a great challenge that brings together familiar faces and total strangers.
This is the path of my destiny.
I won't let up on you.
Not by a long shot.
We'll never give up without a fight.
We are the Power Rangers!
You can't escape!
Shadow Saber! Justice served.
I am the Red Ranger!
This is the courage of a wolf!
You're done! Rangers together, samurai forever!
Yeah.
The name's Scorpina, and I'm your worst nightmare.
It's morphin' time! Shoryuken! You must defeat my Shoryuken to stand a chance. I will keep on fighting. I know the answer lies ahead.
You ready for this? Spinning bird hit!
This is the path of my destiny.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to Combo Breaker Power Rangers Battle for the Grid, the last major stop for the season. I am the Blacktastic. With me, I got the Dostro, Mike, and we have just a couple bits of more matches that are extremely hype to get you ready for this top 8. How are you feeling today, dude?
Dude, we've been having such great games so far. And we're gonna have great games to continue. I'm so excited to see these matchups, dude. I'm so excited to see what's going on up next. We've got Fibonacci versus Technique on deck, and Sandisbad versus GiMMiX on deck afterwards. And we're taking a look at the bracket right now. After that, we've got top 8 qualifiers going on the losers side. Whitewolf Zago versus 16-bit MegaIsaac X. 14K Son Dula versus Pride Stark DeviiouzWayz. Pride Stark Markk versus the winner of our next match, and Dynamic Focus Jackal versus the winner of the following match. And it's gonna be intense. It's gonna be
I absolutely can't wait to see Whitewolf versus MegaIsaac. The Draken battle. Like I really love these like little like themes we can kind of play around with when we have these you know, sort of like special matchups. And yeah, just a little bit more to go for that, but coming up with a really heavy hitter, like again, Fibonacci, just the kind of like just the finder of the broken stuff and the applicator of that you know, really nice tech.
I mean, Fibonacci just always wants to do what's broken. He wants to play it easy. He doesn't want to do anything super hard. He wants to do something tried and true. He wants to do something that works. He used the cat infinite to a great extent. He used it when it still existed. He used the Grimfinite, which still exists. They tried to patch it out, but it's still around. The homie Grim Baker from the United Kingdom. That was the first thing he told me that he tried. It's still here. We'll see if Fibonacci can do it. But Technique has been rocking the same old Zed, Trey, and Red for quite some time.
And I'll always call back to this moment where we're kind of like talking about team composition in like an earlier like group conversation, and Technique was like, yeah, I just kind of pick 3 characters and just make it work.
Technique he plays characters that he likes. That's what matters in this game. But what matters more is the damage that you do, and right now Technique is getting hit by this big old monkey. Monkey got dropped, but we still get the sandwich side block. Oh boy.
Yakret's assist into that tag in, like that's a sandwich that you do not want to indulge yourself in.
But
coming out
really
swinging.
good tag in. Technique is just a prime example of using Jason assist as a projectile. He's just using him in. He gets this clean confirmation. Got the sword Excalibur coming down with the Dino Sword assist right into that bionic Dino.
I like it, plain and simple, finishing the plate, making sure to secure the kill. Then that is priority numero uno. It's a tournament matchup.
He's just playing the neutral. We blowing these back. Goldar, among his many great tools, he has a way to reflect projectiles, but that clean movement to cross up that 6S leap from Fibonacci's Ranger Slayer here. Oh, I love this extension. It's so beautiful. Oh, it's gorgeous. My gosh.
And I think Technique's Trey is like truly when he begins to like pop off, like truly like you know, like the most work that he's kind of like put in is with this character, because he kind of got it.
It's the movie. You gotta watch the movie. He makes you watch it. And Trey's combos last for so long too. But right now we got this nice, clean, quick, and easy combo right into the reset. But we block those.
Yeah. Try to go for little Brady games here, but we're gonna be trying to sell people something.
Got this pyramid scheme, multi-level marketing. Oh, we sniping. That JM is so good. People need to use it more.
Slayer was having none of that Pyramidas.
Yeah, Fibonacci's actually hasn't started using the dash cancel arrows until recently, and he's been doing a great job with it, controlling the neutral and getting this clean pickup and super strong hit. Gonna be able to take down the Trey of Triforia here.
I love watching this Ranger Slayer get to work, because Fib's like kind of like one of the only Ranger Slayers that you know kind of survive in this upper echelon of tier, you know?
Yeah, there are 3 Ranger Slayers that I can ever think of. Fibonacci, JJ Fighter, and myself. And as well as very few Jason players. Jason's getting the hands in. The hands against these wings. We're getting this Dragon or Dino Zord combo with big Excalibur.
Oh no! Get hit with the break again! That's page 8! You forgot! It's page 8!
Oh, dropped combo. He's just waiting. Oh, he waited for the super 2? Technique, that's too much.
Menacingly!
Oh, the dash up punish. He's a Zed player at heart. Did you see that? He push blocked. He push blocked dash up 5H. That is the most Zed player thing I have ever seen. And he is not, Zed wasn't even on screen. It's in his DNA. We playing some Lady Gaga. He was born like this, my friend. He was born this way.
I love this. I love this right here. Yeah, just-
There it is.
Did
Oh
he
my
just
God.
Dash up slowly and 5H.
Hey, sometimes you just gotta. And if it worked, it worked. You can't give him any crap for that one. Are we playing the neutral? Yo, back-to-back push block punish, and we watching the movie. We got the tray of Triforia, Zeo Gold, but those combos are mighty hard.
Very much so, and to get the extra advantage to combo, but opts to switch to the Ranger Slayer. Love watching this Ranger Slayer get to work.
He just keeps trying to do it.
Oh, we gotta watch him with those assist calls, and yeah, getting caught into the Yakuret's blender.
Oh, this
in
combo
that
looks
attack.
mighty familiar. Dostro Classic. I created that one, but it don't matter. Quick plug, quick plug, quick plug. All right, now Fibonacci trying to play the neutral. We tagging out right into the Ranger Slayer. We got the big Billy boot.
Yeah, it's a nope from Billy.
Oh,
But
stare
that
down.
stare down. Oh!
They were just staring at each other, but we still getting clipped. We got
All
the
right.
movie.
We got movies going on, and I'm pretty sure he's not going to be able to drop this. Yep, he's not going to drop it. We're going to be selling him something.
Making it easy. He's saving the enders for after the super, trying to build some extra bar as he already had. Oh, not trying to build some extra bar, just trying to make it a little easier on himself.
Finish the combo. And, oh, very, very finicky.
That
incoming.
2M. That 2M just hits from so far.
You get a 2M, you get that nice 2M scaling with that. Oh. And again.
We're playing neutral. We right back to this. That JM is such a great air-to-air button against Goldar. But you can't. He's such a big character. So many characters duck under that 5L. We get this pickup yet again, right into the movie, right back to it. A bridge version. It's okay.
Yeah, we skipped that intro. We got that button. Technology. Oh,
We saw the
watch
beginning.
it.
We wanted to catch up.
And going into that nice, that nice simple, the tried and true. Oh wait, I don't think that'll kill. Yeah.
See, Technique is just one of the players that wants to play it simple as well. Fibonacci and Technique both. They just want to play clean, strong, effective gameplay. It doesn't matter how much damage I'm doing as long as I keep hitting you. That's their game plan. Fibonacci's down 0-2 against Unrivaled Technique.
And Technique again, just kind of like making his team work, and a kind of like strong testament to anyone who's just like trying to pick up, any 3 characters and that are new to Battle for the Grid. You can make some stuff work with all these characters, given these tools that the game gives you.
Oh yeah, if anyone's ever heard me giving advice to a new player, it's the Dostro's Guide to Team Building. You pick one character you think is cool. You pick a second character you think is cool. You pick a third character you think is cool. There you go, you've built a team. And Technique just loves to do it. He's just so good with what he's done, and he's a prime example. I swear, he's like 4 for 4, 5 for 5 with these JM contesting the Goldar jumping. It's just such an effective tool. Zed is such a great counter against Goldar.
And going into this movie again, and since we're going into this movie, enough, a little bit.
Goldar's Hitbox is so weird. He accidentally crossed himself under and missed the 6M to get the hard knockdown, but still gets the pickup and unfortunate drop, but the pickup yet again, this corridor.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, 2M. You love to see it. 2 great 2Ms on Fibonacci's side. We're patient neutral. We trying to zone out. Gotta be careful though. Oh, we actually don't have to be super careful because Technique doesn't have 2 bars yet.
Yeah, and potential HBD situation. However, a little bit of unfortunate drop there, but we got a movie. We got a movie.
Get your popcorn ready.
Get
your popcorn ready. Technique's trying to put the butter on it. He's spending that meter, getting this Zeo gold. See, it's just the butter's just pouring down from the heavens. He's trying to make your popcorn, your movie viewing experience, all that more delectable. And what a generous player.
And here we go. We got a light show off from 20th Century. And what's going to be the incoming off this Chun-Li? We haven't gotten to see much of Fibonacci's Chun-Li so far. But
we 2M.
2M starter.
2M starter right into the leg combos, these stomps, these kicks, these fists, straight to this exposed muscle. Oh, but we dropping. We dropping. We setting back to neutral. We got the big Z up. You can't forget who's on screen when he tries to remind you every single time.
Oh, but we're sliding right up in there. Zed, oh, yeah, Zed with the wake up EX and some really nice coverage for Jason to come on in. It's a lot of blue health they didn't recover.
Fibonacci's been jumping all that much and goes for the overhead, punishes the landing frames on that air dash in, and gets the confirmation with the Dino Zord and takes it 3-0 over Fibonacci. The unfortunate Chicago team kill. Both of these players from Combo Breaker's home in Chicago. Unfortunate by both of them. We saw it on the top 16 qualifier as well. Fibonacci versus Omega Black. Yet another classic Chicago regular from the Battle for the Grid community. You hate to see it, but we're glad you showed up. We're glad that you competed. And it's always nice to see some good Battle for the Grid gameplay.
Yeah, time and time again. And like the fact that like these folks like, you know, frequent each other a lot, and when it comes to like, you know, like playing the games and a lot of sets, they know each other, like whether it be like the characters that they use or their play style. So it makes for a really spectacular event and a spectacular match to call, because you just don't know what's going on in their head. Like the mind games could be layers upon layers, and we just might not even know it.
And we might even see it later on this evening if Fear and Cole ever clash tonight. Those two are primary training partners. They're together in the hyperbolic time chamber for the longest of long sets. They're just grinding it out, trying to find the cheap stuff and trying to play their best. They were the grand final set of Frosty Faustings earlier this year. They met up twice in losers and winners of First Attack. And I believe they played against each other in Extra Life as well for the #1 spot in grand finals. But that's not what's up next. Up next, we have GiMMiX versus sandisbad.
Oh, this is going to be a good one. Another kind of like OG versus new sort of matchup.
Yeah, GiMMiX, a top-8'd Frosty Faustings, the very first Frosty Faustings, both Frosty Faustings actually. He top-8'd both, and he's a very seasoned tournament veteran. And he was probably the first player to effectively show that Fear Chimera isn't unstoppable. In about August, after RJ came out, when RJ was at his peak, his strongest, GiMMiX was just running a tear. He won Cruise Clash Arena. He won the pseudo major, the Downback Fight Club, which was the Justin Wong tournament in September, right before Lauren released. And he even got second place at First Attack, sending Fear Chimera to the loser's side. And we'll have to see how he's adjusted. One of his primary characters, RJ, took a big hit in this previous patch, but as we can see on screen just below, he's rocking the Ryu on point.
Yeah, and this might be the kind of like mainstay. Like Ryu has the ability to kind of convert into major damage from pretty much any point. Like I like to call it like, you know, Abare or Abare, you know, where it's like random hits into that massive conversion. And,
oh yeah,
Ryu's one of the best to do it.
Yeah, Ryu is fantastic at dealing damage, but on the other side, on the flip side, we're gonna be watching sandisbad. Don't change your televisions. Don't change your screens. That's not a default team we're rocking on what Sand has. It's green, red, and Cenozoic blue. That's what he's been playing since he joined. He entered the Battle for the Grid scene around February, mid-late February, I believe. Something that I think was incredibly interesting was the evolution of his mindset. Sand came in, formerly Cowmain. He came in and he was like, man, this sucks. I really hate playing against these top players that just kill me instantly. I have no idea what's going on and I'm not learning anything. But he's here in top 16. He has improved dramatically since he entered, and he's showing up and putting results in, and we'll be able to see an absolute treat. He moves so clean in this game. Sand is some incredibly great movement and very creative and unique utilization of the Dragon Sword, which we won't, which we don't see all that often, despite its strength.
See, I kind of like that, like the sort of kind of like journey from how do I get better to kind of like putting yourself through that application. It's a lot more than just learning combo and learning how to push block effectively. It's mindset, and especially when it comes to the final. The final major stop of the season. Hopefully we can get some top placings from him.
Yeah, and GiMMiX just picking up right where he left off with RJ. He's sort of playing his RJ game plan with Ryu. He backed up, played some clean Shoto neutral. Fireballs, anti-airs, and throws. And we get these extensions. I absolutely love the way GiMMiX extends the combo. They're so smart and so beautiful to watch. And right back to it.
Yeah, fireballs from Ryu extremely he can combo off of this. Oh, just misses that link.
Wasn't confident with the spacing, it seems. Easy pickup. The Dragon Sword doesn't interrupt it very well, and he gets right to those that pseudo flute, that fake flute. Sounds like a trumpet, looks like a dagger. We got the unblockables.
Yeah, very nice coming from Sand.
Doesn't go for the 4S pickup. It is a bit of a strange spacing, so you gotta be careful. Oh, flexing in the air. Patient play here from both players. Tried to get the anti-air, but Sand very smart, jumping forward. No punish from GiMMiX on that reversal EX. Right back to the neutral. Gotta be careful. That's
the call.
Projectile invulnerable, one of the best full screen callout tools, especially if you're trying to keep GiMMiX at bay with projectiles. Doesn't go for any hard stuff, just nice and easy does it with these combos. Double Icinia, backdash cancel into the 4S, right into the second super. Barely built it. We spend it in anyway. GiMMiX is up 2 characters to 1 in this very first game. Sand is bad, just playing this neutral. It may be rough course and it gets everywhere, but right now Sand is playing one spot at a time.
And he's got some resources topped up as well. Ultra, super, and some amplified fireball just to kind of like set the pace. Really nice zoning attempts. And just that one dire hit. Ooh.
Yeah, it's reversible.
It's all you need.
It's all it takes. It's not going for anything fancy, just gets these clean combos, drops it though. Gotta watch out for this pressure. Oh, accidental sandwich gets clipped by the end of the Icinia, but no meter to get through it. Point blank panic EX GiMMiX, the patient tournament veteran he is, just waiting right for it.
So the one thing that I absolutely love about GiMMiX, and especially like the characters that he plays and the teams that he constructs, all are very smart. You would see like someone like like Goldar be extremely how do I want to call it, like extremely aggressive, but
you can see it in you can say it, my friend. The info glossary has Unga Bunga in it.
You're right. You are absolutely right.
Unga Bunga.
You would see a lot of Unga Bunga Goldar pilfering ranked in online lobbies, but GiMMiX is one of the most patient.
Yeah, GiMMiX is a big
seen in competitive play.
He's a big fan of up back. GiMMiX is really great at it too. It gets these confirmations that zoning into dog assist is one of the best ways to utilize Anubis Kruger as a team asset. Into the easy confirmations, the full finish. We already built bar, and we're going to be able to do some devastating damage here. Looks so great on Dog Super. I mean, I'm a Shadow Ranger shill. He's my favorite character in the game, but it looks so good.
That's why whenever he's on the screen, I just shut up. You talk about Dog.
Hey man, oh, he needs buff Dog. One for the fans, just one for the fans. I'll be quiet for the rest of the day. But right now we're getting some Crimson Hawk Ranger hands right to this Tommy, the Mighty Morphin Green Ranger.
Yeah, unfortunately gonna have to eat a little bit of this, and OTGs are not necessarily gonna kill, but he's gonna be in a really hectic situation. Yeah, punishes on that dive. Oh no, you can't be calling Zord like that. There's a finite amount of frames where you're actually vulnerable to getting hit. And once you do get hit, well, you don't get to call any of that sword anymore. Waste this time, 2021.
Okay, we done with the dragon sword, but we ain't done with this dog combos. They look mighty fly and they last mighty long, but we're gonna get these. It's just so smart the way GiMMiX extends his combos. Now he may do some lower damaging entry routes with Shadow Ranger before the restand, but the way that GiMMiX utilizes assists in order to deal extra damage is just so well thought out and adds just that extra flavor onto it, that extra damage that's needed to kill the characters.
I feel it's gotta be a Marvel 3 thing. I feel like that's definitely gotta be a Marvel 3 thing.
Yeah, I believe GiMMiX is a Marvel 3 player and very strong one at that. But Sand is down on the back foot, up against the ropes here. Back to the zoning game plan. Did block that Shadow Ranger assist. And I do know that Sand doesn't really like playing against zoning game plans.
Yeah, because you know it definitely restricts your ability to play, and like Zero, I mean not Zero, wow, Ryu can have a lot of these projectiles, up to 2, like in a single volley of Hadouken. So like, along with all these assist calls, you don't want to run into each and every one of these. So you're gonna be taking that nickel and dime.
And you see right now, Sand is actually adapting very well. He's been playing this neutral game so patient and realizing GiMMiX is just ready to hold down back and hit him with that axe kick overhead. Not going to be able to kill with this initial hit, but will be able to have access to an unblockable reset right here. Side swap, we getting that red Ranger right into it, and we killing this. We gonna send dog right to the spectator.
Yeah, you were alluding to the whole Sand being coarse meme, but like that was one coarse, one grody mix up there that secured to that kill, and now forcing GiMMiX to kind of like reset the neutral, pop that sword, and try to play his game now.
Yeah, and Sand may be polishing close to glass, but you can't put a scratch under this incredibly patient play from GiMMiX. Right back to the Ryu.
That's movement! Oh my lord!
Yo, they took it from Sentry, gave it right to Ryu. He's got the zoning Hadoukens, and he's got that quick movement right into it, and he's just so fast and so high damaging. Tommy's just getting this blue plasma to the face.
Yeah, someone earlier this weekend was asking, like, Ryu's been in a lot of crossovers. Could this be the strongest canonically that he's ever been? He has a Power Ranger suit on. And look at this amount of damage that you're going to be getting from a back throw.
Oh yeah, this is nothing short of a high damaging combo. And he's just given these fists, these jump loops, and the solar plexus to clean it out, and the Mexican uppercut.
Clean anti-air attempt completed, and now you're just going to be seeing
right to the corner. Gonna have to end it short because we did have a strange starter. We still have some pressure on the Oki. We going right for the damage. Oh, up, back off. Doesn't tag to punish the EX. Sand making a Hail Mary super.
GiMMiX just extremely stalwart in his offense, his defense. Just keeping that head cool in the tense tournament moments. A lot of this can just attribute to winning the set.
Definitely. GiMMiX takes it 3-0 over Sand. And it's just one of his best traits as a tournament player. GiMMiX is just incredibly patient and is willing to hold his ground, up, back, down, back, what have you, sometimes back if he expects the overhead, in neutral, and it's so hard to open them up.
I feel like you just really need to be in that sort of like solid state of mind whenever you're playing this game. You can build a team however you want, but you need to have that little bit of scum kind of like sprinkled in there.
Oh yeah.
Just so that you can have a fighting chance against like near unblockable setups. hiding mix-ups behind particles, explosions, and it's really a lot to to keep in mind, especially when being quite new. So I'll say, definite kudos to Sand, who's been quickly learning, quickly adapting to things, and hopefully he comes back stronger for the next event.
Yeah, that was our last match of the round 1 losers. We're going to be moving on to round 2 losers, those qualifiers into top 8. All of our players that were previously eliminated just now out tied for 13th place, I believe. We'll see coming up next, Whitewolf, Zago versus MegaIsaac X, Dula versus DeviiouzWayz, Markk versus Technique, Jackal versus GiMMiX. But before we do, let's give a little love to the players. We see that Matcherino down at the bottom right of our screen, and similarly at the bottom right of your screen is the Twitch chat window where you can enter !Matcherino. You'll be shown a code to donate a free 50 cents to the pot. You can follow that link, enter the code, donate nice and clean. You'll be able to follow those sponsor quests and maybe even give a little extra off the top, just, because you love the community. Because you love the community. We saw that's Long Tran, that's Shady K, our dear Lord and Savior, the combat designer from Enway. We see you showing us, supporting us, and very special thank you to all of you who've donated, even if it's just that 50 cents.
Of course. We have quite the head count here of a lot of people chipping in with that coupon, with these sponsor quests. Y'all at home, all you have to do is click on that link, sign in with any social media. Obviously, they're not picky, but please do your due diligence in giving back to the community, supporting the performing players, because we've seen a lot of really cool stuff, especially with the a lot of tweaked characters and new characters with this patch. And let's get this to 300 beyond, over 250, near 260 already. Thank y'all very much for using that coupon.
Yeah, very special thanks to all of you watching and to all the players today. We're moving on to our top match of our losers top 8 qualifier. We have Whitewolf Zago, El Amigo Whitewolf Zago versus Mr. URC MegaIsaac X. We'll see how this neutral goes, just backdashing right away. That gen got clipped by the fireball, but right now, I think that was an accidental tag, and he perhaps was trying to call Draken, but since Draken was already on screen due to the freeze, he was accidentally tagging in.
Whitewolf trying to hit him with the Brady game, setting up with the gen as well. Nice EX to get out of that. And
Tommy just got hit by the missiles, but he still gets the confirm.
Yeah, and this is going to be some pretty grievous damage from MegaIsaac. Being able to, kind of finish it any way that he wants to and set up for that incoming.
Goes for the Isaac, the patented incoming mix-up. Zago just holds up to get out of it in the clean anti-air, but nice block on the reset. Very well placed JS, but clipped on the toes, likely trying to up back out of this Zord pressure here from Zago.
One thing that I really love about Zago's gen is that he's really got that movement down. So those sword conversions, he's pretty much got, he knows them like the back of his hand.
Yeah, I think it's just a byproduct of picking up Draken, because Draken has such amazing movement. And we saw Zago just zoom in when his Draken's on screen. And we'll see MegaIsaac doing it too when he decides to have Draken on screen. Oh, the anti-air 5S?
Yeah, that is really unique stuff right there, but leave it to the White Wolf to be able to convert from such a unique circumstance. Really nice damage.
Instant overhead? Oh, not instant, but still an overhead, but Zord count is right out of it. A little bit of extra credit against Draken. Almost clipped Jason, but that Dragon Zord was on backup anyway.
Oh, gotta watch out for that Zord. Yeah. And it's gonna be a lot of damage, and this could potentially be some lethal.
EX into Bionic Dino. That's enough to kill the Gen Scots. Oh, reversal. We just pressing buttons. Got that cross up H.
Pizza cutter. Let's go.
Hit overhead. Gets that. Ooh, a little too. Not too slow. I got the mix right there. Just EX to close it out.
Yeah, it would have been a pretty different story if he hadn't gotten that last L out of that Mega Goldar, but with that nice one segment of the Super Bar, we see how much damage that EX from Udana does, sealing the deal, and a really different story, a different web being weaved by Zago, where he was like kind of like against the wall in the winners bracket, but now we might be able to see him express himself a bit more freely.
Yeah, he had a bit of trouble at the onset of the round, but his tried and true pair, he's been rocking the Udana gen for as long as I've known Zago, for as long as I've known the Whitewolf himself. Dropped off the Daishi into the Draken, switching these Ds around, but we still coming down with these knees to the forehead. MegaIsaac with the primo defense.
Yeah, and throw attempts on, just trying to catch those buttons into a safe tag in. Pretty
Those
good.
missiles
But
punishing the JS from Tommy there. We get the clean hit from Draken, and we have Udana on deck for that extension that we saw against YLT Cole.
yeah, again, like he's in pretty prime position to finish this however he wants off this tag in. And there we go.
A little bit of
Exit
extra.
Oh, at the same side.
He got
Game
shimmied.
three.
He got shimmied.
Oh.
Those soul satellites, those Ouroboros, those ice orbs that rotate around her are so incredibly
Oh, you get
tricky
EX loop.
as an incoming setup. Oh, this extension!
White.
Same side. Isaac getting clipped by these meaty Ouroboros setups, but he's just getting these 2L mashes when he flips out, and he's just ready for it. He knows when to pick his spots.
Yeah, that's been a pretty clear definer of like who can get ahead here. Getting hit with the Brady game again with El Dragón. Se puede. MegaIsaac might be getting ahead a little bit here. Might we be seeing a little bit of a sword lockout? And we do.
Oh, this is how it starts.
Yes.
Oh, messes up his sword combo. Unfortunately, got the hard knockdown before he expected it. Still gets a confirmation off of yet another hit. Able to send Jen. Oh, doesn't it?
Oh, no!
You can't do that, my friend. When you're hard knocked down, when you land on the ground, you can EX, you can reversal on frame one, and that's gonna spell doom for MegaIsaac X in this second game.
That was an unfortunate, and I'm sure that he knew, or that he believed that would have just been it for that character, but he's got to do a little bit more to secure that tag. And
Yeah,
now he's down 2.
The magic pixel is just exists in every fighting game. Most fighting games, I feel there's probably one or two that out there, maybe Fantasy Strike or a game that has quantized life bar, but even still, magic pixel, it's always there. You never know when it's gonna strike. You always gotta be careful, and you always gotta find these anti-airs and these answers. My God,
Absolutely clean from the Whitewolf and converting into some really nice meter build right here, and we're gonna be seeing, I don't know what sort of mix-up we're gonna be seeing, but that is the sort of magic, the meta, the mix-up with Draken.
oh, speaking of mix-ups, Brady games, what page we on today, my friend? Let's get these power waves on the screen, skipping the nooch. Oh, Isaac caught on the coming down with that teleport.
And really nice reset with that neutral, but honestly getting that hit in one more again. Whitewolf strong arming this entire match so far with just the button presses of El Dragón.
Yeah, Draken's just a great character if you don't want to play neutral. You get some strong assists on backup, and you just get yourself right in your opponent's face with these teleports. But that patience from Isaac, oh, JS, I don't know what he was searching for.
Yeah, he's trying to go through with that combo route a little bit too early, and we're just gonna go into the
Oh, Tommy, why are you hitting yourself? Oh, the come down. That JH so incredibly strong. He's going for the full combo, gets the heavy confirmation this Tommy is going down.
And with one lone dragon with no Zord to back him up for the time being, like, this is again one tough hill to climb, especially if Whitewolf isn't gonna let you play. Ooh, Donna with some meter, that is going to be...
Gotta find as many EXs as we can do. EX into super and this life bar.
Yeah.
Just green to red in the blink of an eye.
Absolutely commanding by Zago, the White Wolf, solidifying himself in the top 8.
Zago is our first top 8 qualifier on the losers side, and in such a clean pickup in every way that he played. It was just so incredible and very impressive to watch him. He's been improving every single opportunity and trying his gosh darn hardest, and it's really showing and totally paying off.
Yeah, we've seen in like just those like previous rounds where it's like looking for a situation where he can definitely get this. Even though at the round start we got that clean anti-air, he was ready for it. Those reactions, you know, and like how to convert off it, like, you know, optimally, if you want to call it like that. That is like, you know, kind of like one of the first steps to becoming, you know, one of the elites, and he's definitely gunning to be one of the best.
And Zago is a gigantic grinder. Zago and Isaac both. On the ranked leaderboards, you'll often find Whitewolf, Zago, and MegaIsaac X just within that first page. Top 10, oftentimes top 5. They play so very much. This is probably their favorite fighting game if I had to ask them, but all the hard work from both players, absolutely impressive and really fascinating to watch the growth and adaptation, but the growth from a new player and the adaptation from a seasoned grid veteran like MegaIsaac X is an incredible treat to watch.
Yes, absolutely. And speaking of growth, I'm looking at this Matcherino prize pool right under me, and thank y'all for pouring in over $260 so far for these performing players. Can we get to 300 before top 8 sets out? There's a bunch of sponsor quests. There is that voucher code, or out of the kindness of your own hearts and own wallets, we could reach higher milestones and higher prize pools for these performing players.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to get our next matchup real soon. We got the Markk versus DeviiouzWayz, or I believe. Can't quite see it. Dula versus DeviiouzWayz. Excuse me. I saw Zed and Ryu and got confused. But the Goldar is the marquee Dula character when he's not on the Magna Defender. But we'll see what happens. DeviiouzWayz on his classic patented Zed, Shadow Ranger, and Scorpion. He's been rocking it since Scorpion dropped. Now, Dula has been playing around with the new characters as they get released, as well as trying to see where it fits in with the characters that he knows. And we'll see what happens. Two very smart and intelligent players. Here's the clash, the Zed matchup.
Yeah, a pretty unstoppable force versus a movable object, especially with the two shells that are like supporting these Zed points.
We got the neutral. We calling out these putties. As soon as Dog makes it into the Zed range where he can actually poke and punish Zed, it's going to be very difficult for the big brain himself to get them off. There it is, the first hit, but misses the stance cancel into the launcher.
We
got the single fireball, playing the big nooch. This is so incredibly calm, cool, and collected from both of these players, just trying to hit confirm from these small hits. Sword counter.
Oh, and we finally get first blood drawn by DeviiouzWayz, but inability to convert. Let's see if Dula can inflict some grievous wounds on this set.
Okay, we're building up to our third bar. We have an assist extension, but we failed to pick up fully with this dropped combo. We get the zoom in, and Devious doing what he does best and tagging into Scorpina so he can deal the most damage as he possibly can.
Yeah, Scorpina, you know, kind of touched a little bit on in patch 2.6, but still has the tools to make things happen. All right. Oh, trying to get a quick punish, but
perhaps going for a grab, but we're returning to neutral. Mega Golder has now run out. We're back to the nooch.
Yeah. Oh, that punish off that tag out, and now we're getting the 2M. This might be lethal for DeviiouzWayz, as said.
Right into the easy combo. We can pick it up with the OTG if we decided to do it a little bit earlier. Fortunately, from Dula, he's getting hit by this Scorpina dash up.
Yeah, watch your head into the Nox Mine. Some really good damage here. And a full stick of butter to hopefully finish out this combo. However, he sees fit.
Oh, wasn't confident if that was going to kill. Still spends the extra bar and trying to clean his plate as quick as possible. No anti-air, but still gets the classic gigantic 5H punish with the push block.
Yeah, there we go. Tried and true, same old song and dance. Nox Mine into some really big old damage. Scorpina pretty with a command lead.
Get this laser beam. Oh, spikes. Those scorpion tails rising from the ground. DeviiouzWayz relatively convincing fashion against Dula. Dula got some hits in, got some neutral wins and some clean exchanges, but failed to finish his plate and drop some combos. Just a little unfortunately.
Yeah, I think the number one problem with Ryu is just gonna be like this you know, this wall that DeviiouzWayz pulls up. Like, Ryu has the ability to pull off this massive amount of damage, but you did see a block jumped in attempt with that jump S. Like, that could be, you know, pretty lethal in some situations. So hopefully, and Magnus is back.
Magnus
is back.
Magnus Defendus getting clipped by the horn on that overhead. Dula's been using these delayed rises so very incredibly, but still, Devious is going to be able to get some hefty damage against this man with a shotgun for a sword. Those big devil horns coming in and coming out. We got this patient neutral back by both these players now. No punish.
We might be seeing a little bit of stompage. There we go, finding an opening.
Trying to deal as much damage as possible, as fast as possible. We're going to be able to take this right to the corner, stepping up, Seismos to the corner, and the wings to the chest. DeviiouzWayz loses his first character in the set.
Oh no, but that attempt to get out of that situation, gets clipped by that EX, and that's going to be a lot of, for sure, guaranteed damage from Scorpina, and still being able to, still being able to convert, secure the tag as they see fit.
Yeah, and this super, one of the highest damaging supers in the game. Oh, tried to go for a 5H it seems, but I guess accidentally held forward. That forward heavy, you put your back into it for as much work as you do, it doesn't always pay off. And now we've got Dula making his way with a Z comeback, one hit at a time.
Oh, and that EX, I thought that EX was gonna seal the deal, but apparently not. We do get that that last little bit of Zord right there. Now it's gonna be
overhead. Hit him with the heads, shoulders, knees, and toes. The whole kit and the caboodle, everything, and the kitchen sink. And DeviiouzWayz coming back straight with that 2-0, moving towards match point against Dula here.
Such a commanding lead, and just making every hit count with Scorpina precisely is just what's separating them from, you know, these matches right now. But I want to see a little bit of this Magnus. We didn't get to see a little bit of the Magnus last match. Maybe it'll be more of a fair fight with 3v3 this time around.
Gotta go for it. Hail Mary 6S on round start. Dula, if you're listening, do it for the fans. I'm feeling it in my heart. And it wouldn't have worked out because DeviiouzWayz was ready to block, but it's okay. Dula is a smarter player than I. He's getting the hits in with that big flying monkey Goldar and getting the start to a great match against DeviiouzWayz here. Good block.
Really good block right there and resetting the neutral. And you're getting some hits in. Oh, just tagging right into that Scorpina, wasting no time whatsoever in trying to secure that bag. You got a full stick of butter for that super bar as well. Scorpina's gonna be on around to securing a pretty easy kill there.
Yeah, and what's really great about Scorpina as a character is that this isn't going to build Zord because poison damage does not build Zord bar. He still gets the hit open, but Dula does get some Zord ready if he needs it, and the clip after the flip out.
Yeah, and sometimes it can just be a little bit difficult to convert from a unique situation as like getting a happy birthday and just having like the assist fall out, and he was able to, you know, do a nice string there into some guaranteed damage.
Oh, chip out. Going for the chip, and now he's playing the neutral. Gotta watch out for this overhead with counter. A block?
The unblock in, but again, Scorpina wasting no time, and again, yep, that knocks mine with that damage over time. And yeah, like I've been saying, just making sure every hit counts with Scorpina.
And every hit's going to count with Scorpina because she just deals damage like nobody's business. Clipping with the toes though, she did get reduced to 950 health, so this is just that much easier for Dula to kill here. Gonna be able to do some hefty damage before he needs to spend that much meter or even a Zord activation if he wants it.
It's gonna be a really nice lengthy Zord activation period here. Hopefully, yep, get that lockout.
Oh, that was...
Gets him trying to jump out with the tippy toes, the 2L into some lethal here.
Gonna have to launch her, get some corner carry. Right with the wings, the win.
Yes. Oh, that was a really crisp Goldar combo.
And Dula, one of the best Goldars to do it. It's been rocking Goldar for very, very long. I believe played Goldar to a second place finish at Frosty Fausting's 2020, as well as many strong places in the future. And here we see that fantastic open up, that 4M meaty to get the opponent in block stun before you get the advantage with the Zord activation is such a strong play.
It's a bold statement, and it definitely puts your opponent into a state of panic. I would assume that's why you see them, you know, get completely locked out of that up back situation, get into that 2L here. But with that stare down, we don't want any clips to our toes, not as of yet.
Well, very smart to move forward to get around the Scorpina assist. Missed push block, got the counter, but it didn't activate fast enough. Still gets hit by the cross-up JH and this full Scorpina combo with some fat damage right here. Magnus, Defendus, getting flipped by this round trip.
And Magnus PsrK, and now Dog's gonna be taking command.
Well, that was incredibly greedy of Devious here. Just waiting out for that second hit of the EX from Zed. I don't know if he was trying to punish or anything, but it will pick up.
And
open
nice
up.
Pick up from Devious, and this could be
Mix. Oh, that block was so good, but that block was not. I think that might have been a missed Zord counter. Regardless, this Zord meter is wasting. Very smart from Devious using that super. This doesn't kill until the very last hit, so he's trying to waste that Megazord meter as much as possible. Oh, we have the open up. This is going to be some very big damage, but we're gonna have to go for likely a reset. The starter was a bit weird. The combo route might not be enough to kill the big boy that is medium Goldar, not quite mega. Gotta be careful here.
Yeah, these three to this one, and oh, but we get one clutch throw in and we could be spending some bar in order to kill here.
This is one touch for each character too. Zed's going to be going down with a good combo. Scorpina has 950. Dog has 1,000, but already some damage on them. Empty hole!
Would you believe it? Locking him out of the up back once again. Clip with the 2L. Goldar's gonna be swinging today.
Oh my gosh, this is how it starts. Gotta be careful on incoming though. Gotta be careful.
Yes.
Devious might be mashing. One hit's all it's gonna take. Got out of that first hit.
Does have a sword.
When he activates, gotta be careful. Trying to chip out here, and he does it! Devious. The
What
slippery.
a way to secure it.
Slippery player he is. He scooted right out of the corner, called that Zord to get that lockdown. Dula had basically nothing he could do at that point. No Zord meter, he wasn't even on the ground to reverse Zord counter, and he didn't have any meter to EX invincible through or super. It was just an incredibly smart and well-placed decision from DeviiouzWayz that using that 5SH for Icinia, that tribute to Shadow Ranger Anubis Kruger's wife, the quick call out, the quick shout out, and just that extra chip damage, sealing it up and taking that set, moving on into the loser's side of top 8.
It never fails to amaze me, the creativity and like the sort of like, you know, critical thinking in these certain situations where you're able to, you know, really pull ahead in the match or close out the match like you just saw there. Like this is what you're going to be seeing for the final stop of this season. So you're gonna be seeing nothing but the best.
It doesn't stop here too. There's going to be plenty of more opportunities to see some high-level Battle for the Grid action. The community puts on tournaments just so frequently, so often.
Absolutely.
Several tournaments a week, several tournaments this week too, and there's still the last chance qualifier and the finals. We'll be seeing just the cream of the crop. The best players in North America, in the United States, and some of the best players in the world. And speaking of tournaments, we have Mr. Technique, Unrivaled Technique. He is he is a pillar of the community, and they're the one that puts together the community tournament calendar. If you show up to the Battle for the Grid community Discord, and there's the community tournaments channel, there's a calendar for the current month, always pinned. That right there was made by Technique. Not to mention the top 8 graphics.
Mm-hmm. He definitely does his work in just making sure that any information that's out there to the public is presented in the best possible fashion. Speaking of best possible fashion, hopefully we'll be getting a lot of these. Oh, it's these really nifty technique-centric Zed conversions.
Yeah, but we got Markk on deck with the clean cross through, but fails to convert. Ryu's normals are just a little bit shorter than a lot of other characters. And we got the conversion, but the movie cut short. We just saw the previews. Oh, patience. We got the grab. We getting back into it. We've seen this once. We've seen it 1,000 times. Technique can even just do the nice and simple finish, but he's still going for the hard lanes. He's trying to save that meter, and it might be very, very poor for the finish.
You're having to spend all the bars to just make a little bit of sense out of that situation, but still a little bit in the advantage here. Watch your head, Markk, as we're going to be seeing a little bit of this sword action himself.
Technique, you gotta warn me when you do something like that again, because that was absolutely disgusting. You're gonna make me sick, and I forgot my bark bucket, my man. Was setting up, playing the nooch, trying to play the down back game, dash up throw, had to block the Zord though.
Yeah, and the thing about doing like the Magic series like LMH and not like kind of like canceling into any sort of like movement like that negative advantage, that negative frame advantage from that block stage will put you in position for this lethal combo right here.
Ryan just going for the tried and true, something he knows will work. That 6S OTG into the super. Fails to punish the EX though, and now, oh, but he drops the happy birthday. We blew out the candles a little bit too early. We forgot to make a wish.
And a wish and a hope, but you can't once you get rained on with the lightning of Zed.
Zed's EX is very, very tricky if you don't know what to do against it. His EX is minus on the first hit, but it does give Zed advantage if the follow-ups do come down. So you have to be careful, you have to be prepared. After that quick flash and now the zoom on the EX reversal, you have to be ready for that quick and hasty punish.
You gotta be a little bit on your feet with that. Just a little gap between the first and second hits for sure. And a mistimed push block right there gets clipped by a 2M.
A good punish from Markk. Going to be able to get a combo into a reset. Missed push block yet again. The failure to make the connection on that 2L, but the backup with the Ryu assist so incredibly fast makes it so much easier for Markk. And now we're going to go for the Isaac mix-up. Oh, and the sandwich.
All right, in the overhead. And we'll get some really nice, we'll see some really meaty Ryu damage. Oh, we're going to be going for some loops. Just the one.
Oh, please, brother. May I have some loops? A well-timed tag out, but he fails to convert fully. Gets the clip and the open up with that fast red normal.
Into the sword, some pretty nice damage here with that 8
So we calling down the big sword Excalibur, dealing some heavy damage and taking down the Crimson Hawk Ranger.
All right, we're trying to establish that pressure back to the neutral with this sword call. I really like that sword call to begin with.
I'd swap.
Such just strong arming.
Mark. Instant overhead. Technique not deciding to use the delayed rise. Quick, meaty damage from Markk.
And another one. Y la otra también.
You gotta finish your plate though, because this is a two-touch game if Technique gets out of this, but nice and easy. Right into those serrated teeth from the Bionic Dino.
Absolutely great. Markk putting one up on the board. And again, one of the new up-and-comers getting picked up by a team as well. Mark's really making a mark here.
Definitely showing out. Technique, tournament veteran as well, shown up for just about every Battle for the Grid tournament you've seen. He did take a bit of a break after Frosty Faustings earlier this year, but he is a gigantic grinder, and I believe third place on the Battle for the Grid league leaderboard. Oh, just backing up, nice and patient. Markk using Jason as a projectile as well, but Technique setting up this big Z norm neutral here.
And getting clipped with that tippy toe, and we're gonna be seeing a relaunch into some failed.
Going for some blaster loops again, perhaps, or just a nice, simple finish. We've got Bionic Dino to finish up, one of the highest damaging supers as well. It is just 2 hits, so it has some great scaling, but fantastic block from Technique.
Yeah, and we're getting some hits on that incoming, but not being able to convert, and thus getting the knuckles being put to your dome and your torso by the World Warrior himself. Look at Ryu make the limbs work.
I mean, he's been everywhere. Might as well take a trip to Angel Grove.
Ooh, very nice block EX there, and this could be a dead red on Mark's side. He's gonna have to do this little nifty extension that we saw a little bit earlier this tournament.
I love that extension from Technique. It's so smart. It looks so great, and you never see the Jason 5S. Oh, and our good friend across the pond, technically Footsies, would be very happy about that super routing. Boot. Cross up. Oh my gosh, gets one right into the Excalibur loop. Really clean and smart pickup from Technique here. Cashing out on damage where he can.
Yeah, building up enough to get into that, and nice still into the corner as well.
Oh, Ryu almost got clipped by that gunshot.
Literally like centimeters centimeters.
Oh, we got this air control from Technique's Jason is so strong, but the overhead got caught with the landing frames in a fuzzy.
Unable to convert off the double auto assist, but that's fine. It's still a really healthy Zed that Technique's got to contend with.
Just playing some neutral, and Trey just does not have a great time in neutral. That's why Technique has been using him as a damage engine primarily. Oh, but the Panic EX just gets around that slide through with the JS. Oh, he's zooping through. He just...
I love that. I like absolutely do. Oh no, 2 to the face.
Oh, that's gonna get punished.
Absolutely.
So the first hit always comes out guaranteed, but still, Markk almost had a clean punish against that pyramid scheme. Right back to the neutral. JL, very good and air to air there.
Technique's red. And that's the thing about Mark's team, where it's like, as long as you can hit your stuff, you'll come into some pretty consistent and possibly lethal damage, you know, along the way. Like, Mark's routes have been incredibly improved throughout the tournaments that he's entered. And he's, you know, really making sense on, like, you know, building that bar, when to kill and all that stuff, and what situations to use these, you know, these certain enders.
Yeah.
He's even gotten, you know, Technique Zed on the run here a little bit with a lot of these overhead mix-ups, you know?
Oh, it's in stereo. We got the double 6S. Good air to air, but we got Markk blocking.
Yeah,
nice
with Ryu and these kind of like stubby standing normals and all that stuff, it's really kind of hard to, like, you know, find a position to get that, you know, that punish in with Ryu.
Well, Technique just playing a little bit slower right now. No punish on the JF. Very, perhaps not ready for it, but gets the pickup. JM with the confirm. Gotta be careful of your routing, though. You did use a spin. Oh, don't matter when you drop it, but we still get that mix-up nice and fast. That quick Jason assist.
And we got the braided against Pacey! Don't y'all read! But I mean, honestly, when it comes to a staple mix-up from Red, there's a reason why it works.
Oh, and he Isaac'd him! The Isaac is so powerful. Dash jump forward with an assist to just back yourself up. We rock in the movie. Every time it looks better. I swear it looks better. It's just that cool. It's a shame that Trey doesn't get that much play, because he's such a cool character. Well, nice and easy does it. Mix. Fishing for that overhead.
Showing a little bit more reach in there, and yeah, jumping buttons are pretty, you know, damaging with Ryu, but that's got that EX. And also a really nice 2H.
They gotta stay out of that full range from against Ryu, because Zed can't do much with fireballs. Playing patient. Don't care about playing neutral when you got all these assists.
Yeah, and there's not really that much that Markk can do on like, the Ryu's side, especially with that good of coverage. Oh,
I swear you can't grab Technique. I swear it's impossible. I've tried it myself. I've tried to grab
in the name, Dostro. All right.
Yeah, it's a Technique. Might as well rename it. Exclamation glossary tech throw tech. You'll see a picture of our main man, Unrivaled Technique, playing the neutral, weathering the storm and this pressure. I swear, it's just impossible.
And could this be? Oh, this could be a turning point for either competitor here. And Carlton getting that nice hit on in, and now making the stuff work with that trade. You know, head empty, triforiating.
Yeah, the Carlton clearly dancing on him. Mr. Technique building as much meter as we possibly can before we bring out the lovely presentation and the lovely samples we have for you today in this this scheme, I guess. Oh, boot. Oh, very last hit. That was going to be a flip out. Oh, Mark's just getting hit. Mark's just getting hit. This mix-up is pressing buttons or something.
And that might be a little bit...
Oh my god. I swear, everything's coming up, Millhouse, man. Technique is just getting these perfect reads, I swear.
This is absolutely incredible. Technique kind of having a little bit of a rocky start into sets, now making a little bit more sense. You know, there's kind of like maybe switches and play styles that you kind of got to sift through. You know, there's like a ranked play style, there's a tournament play style, and you just have to make sense.
Oh. Are you falling down with that EX? I swear that had to have been a mash. Oh, tag out. Easy confirms. Going for the technique combos. Oh, the not technique combos, the technique resets.
Just to make sure that he was awake, but Markk asleep at the wheel at that last reset. Technique moving on.
Yet
Again,
another
being a clear testament to play whoever you want.
Yet another top 8 under Technique's belt. I swear, I'm pretty sure he's gotten top 8 at every major that he's played in. I could be wrong. It's just that he's such a solid player, despite any sort of hiatus that he might be taking, whether it's the bit of a tournament break in recent times, in recent months. He's still so very smart, and it's just so great to watch. And what's just as great is our lovely friends at Hitbox for sponsoring the Battle for the Grid League, showing us some love, showing us some beautiful controllers, incredibly ergonomic by gamers, for gamers. Bunch of notable players on Hitboxes too. YLT Cole in top 8 already. We have Evasion, who unfortunately couldn't have been here today. Been here for the top 16. Coup d'etat, our lovely friend, who just slides in and asks for the tech and shows us some love. I believe Akaragitsune, also a Hitbox player as well, and it's such a lovely controller. I love seeing them.
Really is.
I love seeing them. I'm gonna be making the switch to Hitbox real soon, but we'll see what happens in the near future. We got the button box. The button box.
The cool thing about the Hitbox is that you can use them on your PS4, use them on your Nintendo Switch, use them on PC, and that's like 3 platforms that you can get Battle for the Grid at. So if you're trying to bring your Hitbox over, it's like, oh, I got Nintendo Switch. No worries. Plug it in, hold that, I think it's a heavy punch key for Switch mode. Don't quote me, so sorry. But like, you know, you can immediately plug in and get to range rumbling, you know?
Oh yeah. I mean, it's on every platform. You name a platform, it probably runs on the Microsoft Potato, I bet. There's probably some strange console that's out there I've never heard of. I bet Power Rangers Battle for the Grid is on it, because it's on Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, PC, even Stadia.
Even Stadia.
You can't complain about access to the game, because it's everywhere. It's everywhere.
Speaking of access to the game, we recently just went through a patch 2.6, but also with that was the release of the Street Fighter pack, which is why you're seeing Ryu and Chun-Li, the World Warriors, kind of make their mark here. If you want to get into this Street Fighter action through Battle for the Grid, you can through some pretty nominal and affordable upgrade prices, whether you purchase the collector's edition, whether you're with the base game, or whether you just kind of like nickel and dimed yourself all the way to the roster completion. The Super Pack is there for you, available in all of your current contemporary platform marketplaces. And it's Morphin time. We got one more match before this top 8 as well.
Yeah, Morphin time all the time. Straight from 4 o'clock Central all the way to when top 8 ends. We got GiMMiX versus Dynamic Focus Jackal. Jackal's been so great at all of his tournament events, and he's put up fantastic performance. Top 8 performer at Frosty Faustings as well, and now he's trying to make it into his next top 8 right here.
Look at all of these gilded members
Oh yeah,
of the roster. Just clad
Jackal's
out in
team.
that goal.
Jackal's team has the drip. I swear, this Phantom Beast skin from Daishi, it looks amazing. And he's already backed GiMMiX into the corner. And he's holding strong. He's playing the nooch.
But also GiMMiX is holding back a little bit, just waiting for an opportunity to get some, Phantom damage in.
Happy birthday.
Phantom King with a happy birthday. We're gonna be sliding on in there, back to the corner, and
click the toast. Another one.
Another happy birthday.
Unfortunately, the 5SM does only hit one character, so we are returning to just hitting the Crimson Hawk Ranger. But we still got a hefty sword meter.
First hit of that EX canceled in the sword. Absolutely incredible. Look at the pickup.
Yo, he knocked the chin and called the homie Mega Goldark just to finish the play here. So smart from GiMMiX.
And what's incoming here? Just coming in with that Goldar assist. But, will this be I-4-9? No, fails to get that pickup. SPD is called. Because there is an emergency. I have just gotten anti-aired. I am SPD, help!
SPD emergency. That grab, or that anti-air, that 4H, has such a strange hitbox. It's so hard to get consistently. But GiMMiX just making it look so easy. Making it look like he does this regularly. Misses the double Icinia. Doesn't get an EX punish, swooping in, but no 2L confirmation from that sword. But caught in the backdash, still gets to jump.
Really nice, clean anti-air of that assist, but now having to deal with the World Warrior of GiMMiX.
Returning to neutral here.
Shadow Ranger.
Trying to get that mix-up. Good block. That JS is an overhead.
Trying to find an opening against GiMMiX is what's causing this trouble, and
GiMMiX is so patient. I think it's sort of just butting heads right now. They're what is it, the Craniosaurus or whatever, the bald dinosaurs that always got the hardest head. They're just trying to play neutral the way they want to, and it's just GiMMiX is holding it down so strong.
I like that dash so much as a whip punish. I also like the run and flip of that buddy. Hopefully we're going to be getting some mounted and offensive here. Nice throw by GiMMiX. Going to be going into some really meaty damage. We've already seen the massive amount of damage potential from either of Ryu's throws. Now we'll see just how GiMMiX chooses to finish it.
Nice and ready to finish it. Oh, we're just something that we know is going to kill that extra extension into the EX and Super.
It's my favorite war cry.
That
Goldar
game.
Super.
That game took 165 seconds, and GiMMiX still had 3 characters to finish it out.
It took 165 days out of my life just trying to call that. The amount of hectic scramble situations in that match by 2 really consistent players. Like, you don't know the chaos that is yet to unfold.
Yeah, GiMMiX is really great at controlling the chaos. He's so great at figuring out a way to turn the tides in his favor. And that quick full screen confirmation with the zoning into the Shadow Ranger assist, gonna be able to get a reset.
We got crouch and L's into Daishi routes.
Yeah, that 2L is so incredibly fast. One of Daishi's best for free.
Incredibly fast, low, and a long reach for a 2L. Yeah, sign me up.
All right, full combo here.
Scream at him.
Shout to the Lord. We got this OTG EX into the maximum die shizzle.
Excellent. We're going to be setting up. Oh, we had buttons on that incoming.
I swear, jumping short is such
a Marvel button, Nostril. That's a Marvel button right there.
It's such a strange button. It's on par with Gia JL, Draken JH, Goldar JM. You never know how you're gonna hit from it because the hitbox is just too good. He just stuffed what Jackal had on incoming with it, and he's paying dearly.
Yep. 3 bars, and yeah, EX and H versions of that Shoryuken can OTG.
Oh, pickup. We get this full confirmation. Jumps straight to the corner, building some extra damage when we need it. Had that Goldar assist to start it out, so we'll see how the damage scaling goes. Not going to be able to build a 3rd bar, unfortunately.
Still able to inflict some grievous wounds on GiMMiX. Oh, tried to shimmy backwards.
He's playing the patient game. Oh, no jumping allowed. Oh, armors through the fireball, it looked like.
Take one more here and nice health recovery.
Oh, shoulders through the
there. Oh my lord.
He's so fast. You normally think of Ryu, like Ryu in other games, is just a mid-range, kind of medium speed character, but he's just zooming in this game. Oh, how much damage on Goldar is. And it chips! It chips both!
Ay, qué bruto es Ryu! Santo Dios.
Jackal.
The grown
What?
man.
GiMMiX up 2-0 right now.
Watch ahead. And then look at this. Oh.
Oh, he could have sword countered. He could have sword countered. Jackal with the unfortunate. Actually, I may not have been able to hit full screen with SPD Zord. That Zord counter. Not all Zord counters are created equal. So we'd have to go back and lab that, but unfortunate for Jackal, that stray super. An intelligent call out. Tick throw, yet another intelligent call out. Gonna take Daishi straight to the corner.
And hitting that OTG overhead from that position mid-screen, not an easy feat at all. So GiMMiX has definitely put in some of this lab time with the World Warrior.
Oh yeah, GiMMiX is an execution monster. Despite what combos he chooses, he can do the hard combos. He has the capability to do it. He's shown time and time again he can even Plinkfin it. One of the few players that do it at high levels. Just that menacing walk from Goldar. Oh, there it is again.
It's like, what do you do with that? Yeah, unless you've got backup. And getting that conversion, again, just the dash up M, such good for the damage, such good for the combo, and for the meter build. Look at this.
I swear, GiMMiX is just playing Ryu the exact same way he played RJ. It's just such a smooth transition here for him. Right into the super. Predictable. Oh, tag out and jump. I don't know if he might have been able to do that. Let's see which character that actually hit. But Ryu, he tried to go for it, but he was too close to the corner. He's gonna go for the.
Who wants to be next?
Oh my gosh! Is this
one small drop, and this is pretty unfortunate.
Is this how it ends? GiMMiX does have an extension from Goldar. Slash. We got 4-Eye Sinias. The shoulders, the doubles. OTGs into super. That's gonna do it. Oh, and the pose. The hero pose.
What a good way to end that set, because I'm pretty sure my commentary buddy right here absolutely loves some dog.
Oh yeah, no bias. No bias.
No bias.
Absolutely
but,
no bias. No bias. Zero bias. There's none.
You just gotta call it like it is, you know?
Yeah, I'm a straight shooter. I calls them how I sees them. I believe we do have 2 dog players in the top 8. We'll take a look at our top 8 real soon, but GiMMiX moving on, qualifying in the losers side for top 8. Such great games. This was sick. This was amazing.
Absolutely.
This was so great. I'm so glad that I'm here to see it.
We got some darn good grid in. And look at this graphic right here.
Amazing. We have at the very top, let's call them Fear Chimera, Crescent Chimera versus EMP, the game.
You got
We
a
got-
good old. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
We got Team Toast skillzdatkillz versus Hitbox YLT Cole.
Oh, and I'm absolutely loving this lower bracket matchup for the top 8. We got the Whitewolf, one of the fastest, most improved players in such a quick amount of time, versus DeviiouzWayz with just such good conversions and grievous combos. Technique also is versing GiMMiX in the lower back bracket, and we've seen a lot of patience from GiMMiX. We've seen a lot of Abade from Technique. Another kind of like unstoppable force versus a movable object matchup.
Oh yeah, and these are going to be so great to watch, so much fun. We're going to see it in just a little bit, but in the meantime, we still have exclamation Matcherino in the chat. We got our counter right down there. I got the right direction this time, guys. We got the counter. It's at $272.90. Hit that exclamation Matcherino. In the chat, you can use that code to donate a free 50 cents to the pot. We got those sponsored quests, and as well as the generous donations from the fans and the community. So many great players, so many great spectators, and such a great time to play Power Rangers Battle for the Grid.
Of course, and just piggybacking on this community effort, you still have enough time to get this prize pool to $300 and beyond before the top 8 actually kicks off. Sign in with your anything social media. We're not picky. Click on those sponsor quests. They only take about a couple seconds of your time, and since we have a lot of time until the top 8, we have all the time in the world to put these bits of change into performing players' pockets.
Oh yeah, and we'll be getting that top 8 for y'all real soon, so don't you go anywhere. This is Combo Breaker presents Look Alive here, brought to you by Kick Esports. It's the last stop. Power Rangers Battle for the Grid League, last major stop, and let's get that top 8 in just a little bit.
Yeah, so from the both of us, we'll be seeing you soon. And we have so much talent to come up, especially for the new commentary team that you're going to be seeing.
Yeah, it's been an absolute treat to be here with you. I'm going to pass it off to Not Frank Sisto, Megaphone Frankie, and Uchi for the next block. And for the Blacktastic, Mr. Boombastic, Bobby Blacktastic, I'm Dostro. We'll catch y'all on the grid.
See you soon.